classics to today's holiday favorites. This is your soundtrack to the season. Gold 98.7 WSEZ, Southern Indiana's home for Christmas.
Get ready to cheer on the Orleans Bulldogs here on Gold 98.7 WSEZ. Proudly sponsored by community champions, Orleans Auto Value, Kirby Hardware, Orange County REMC, Orange County Fiber, and Bender Lumber. Now, let's go courtside with David Deaton and let the game begin.
When the weather and the conditions are not ideal outside, we've got ourselves a treat of a matchup in ideal conditions indoors tonight. It's the first road trip of the season for a top 5 team in the Class A rankings. Good evening and welcome to our high school girls basketball broadcast here on Gold 98.7 and 1560 WSEZ. Online at Gold 98 or online at WSEZ987.com. And you can also find us on your YouTube channel tonight on Gold 98.7 WSEZ and on your Alexa as well. We welcome you to our pregame show. We hope you're having a good Thursday. Come on in to this gathering of family, friends, and fans. Alongside our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton, I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play story. We thank you for listening to our broadcast this evening. Sit back and enjoy this girls basketball matchup. The Class A number 5 Orleans Lady Bulldogs at 2-0 on the season are here to visit the Class A number 11 Northeast Dubois Lady Jeeps here at the Jeep House on the campus of Northeast Dubois Junior-Senior High School here in the town of Dubois. The Lady Jeeps are level in the win-loss column. As mentioned a moment ago, they are 2-2 coming into tonight's contest. And the Lady Jeeps are on their 4th game of a 5-game homestand after winning at Shoals to start the season handily. Lady Jeeps won that matchup 52-20 on the road, and then ever since then, they've been here at home, but they've had a lot of tough opposition. Started with Paoli 2 weeks ago. The Lady Jeeps won 31-20 in that one, but they've taken on 2 teams in the top 3 in Class 2A. They would be North and South Knox. The Lady Warriors of North Knox came in here 9 days ago and dismantled the Lady Jeeps 62-23. North Knox has high hopes of making a similar run to their arch rivals a year ago, and South Knox went all the way and won the 2A state championship. South Knox came in here and beat the Lady Jeeps 53-15, and that was on Tuesday night. Michael Cave's team has struggled so far, especially the last games on the offensive and defensive sides, but when they have won, they have looked good on the defensive side of the floor so far. They're only giving up just under 39 points per game coming into this contest tonight. And they will be looking to avenge a home loss a couple of years ago against the Lady Bulldogs, even though Northeast Dubois won last year's meeting 32-25 at the Doghouse in Orleans. So far in the young season, it is Bella Cummins, the one senior on this Northeast Dubois team, the 5'6" junior, or senior, I should say, is averaging 9.3 points and 3.5 rebounds to go with 3 steals per contest. She also leads the team in deflections as well. And she's tied for the lead in assists so far with Adelie Kalb, the junior guard for this Lady Jeeps team, who's second in scoring at 7.8 points per contest. So far, junior forward Bailey Warner is the leading rebounder, averaging 6 boards per game, even though her scoring has not been there yet, only averaging 1.8 points per game in the first 4 games. Junior forward Taylor Fisher is averaging 3 points per contest so far early in the season for this young Northeast Dubois team. They lost a good senior class a year ago that helped lead them to the Final Four in Class A, where they lost in the semi-state championship to Borden up at Shelbyville. Borden, of course, went on to win the Class A state title a year ago. So this team tonight, going to see what they've got against Orleans as the Lady Bulldogs come in with a 2-0 record and are coming off a resounding home win over Shoals on Tuesday night, 57-21. Callie Alston led the way with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 blocked shots in the win over the Lady Jug Rocks. Chelsea Ralph had 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 steals. Kalia Austin, 8 points and 5 steals. Hallie Wolf had 8 points, and Haley Dilly added 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 steals for the Lady Dogs in that dominating win where everybody got a chance to take some time out on the floor. including the JV girls on an Orleans roster with 13 players this season. So far through 2 games, Callie Alston is the leader. No surprise there in almost every category. 19.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists, and 2.5 blocks per game. Ayla Dilly is the leader through the first 2 games with 5 steals and 8.5 deflections per game. Lady Dogs will try to speed this game up tonight. Northeast Dubois is going to try to be the more methodical team, and they will try to make this a half-court matchup. They'll try to deploy man-to-man and zone defenses in the half-court to try to stymie this Orleans offense. Orleans will try to press in the full court and trap in the half court, be it Northeast Dubois playing more of their speed tonight. Had the chance to talk to both teams' head coaches before tonight's rivalry matchup. I talked with Northeast Dubois head coach Michael Cave about the first 4 games, how the Lady Chiefs have grown, and his thoughts on the Lady Bulldogs. I talked with Orleans head coach Jared Gilbert about the wins over Salem and Shoals, the sectional type schedule this week, and the scouting report on the Lady Chiefs. You'll be able to hear from the coaches after the commercial breaks as our pregame coverage continues. Hear from the Jeep House in Dubois. You're listening to Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Kirby Hardware has been helping the residents of Orleans keep their homes and farms running smoothly since 1953. Kirby Hardware carries a full line of GE appliances, hardware items, household items, lawn and garden supplies, paint, and a full line of plumbing, all with the knowledge to get you what you need to do the job right the first time. Kirby Hardware open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 7 till 2. Phone them at 812-865-2510. Kirby Hardware at 206 East Jefferson Street.
We continue along with our WSEZ pregame show here on Gold 98.7 WSEZ. Northeast Dubois hosting Orleans tonight in an early season matchup between 2 teams ranked in Class A. And joining us now is Northeast Dubois head coach Michael Cave as the Lady Jeeps get ready for this matchup tonight. We'll get to that here in just a few moments. But Coach Cave, looking back to last season for a moment, 20-7 a year ago, got all the way to the semi-state championship in Class A. First time since 2012 that it happened here with the girls team at Northeast Dubois. So how do you describe how special that run was last year for this program?
It was extremely special. The whole team, the whole school getting into it and so forth like that, it was great. And, that was a special group. My daughter was a senior on that group, and to be able to coach your daughter and to get to that far was just, it'll be a memory that we'll both have forever. And those other seniors, though, that were on that team were outstanding. They were just like a daughter to me. I'd been with them, our whole life. And so that was a special group, and I just can't say enough good about them, and it was just a dream come true.
Yeah, of course, you got to play Borden in that semi-state championship, and of course they won and went on to win the state championship. So if nothing else, you got to say that you played the state champs on their way there.
Yeah, and Borden was an outstanding team, and they got better in the tournament, and it wasn't our night to win that night, and we had several games before that it was, and that night just wasn't, and that's the way it goes. But we were fortunate enough to get that far, and we were just blessed and thankful that we did get that far.
Well, of course, you mentioned you had a really good senior class. Of course, your daughter Kenzie was among those in that class. So what's it been like as far as the summer and the preseason, kind of getting ready and moving on without those girls now in your lineup?
Well, it's been different for us, and we learned that this summer, and we were a little different this summer. Adley, our point guard there, was out with an injury, so she wasn't able to play this summer, so it was even different. But, these first 2 games we came out and played pretty well with her back, and then, we hit a buzzsaw with South Knox and North Knox, and we knew coming into this year that we were going to take some games that were going to be pretty tough for us to handle, and those 2 were.
Well, of course, graduating the veterans that you did as well, you have some girls that are stepping into new roles this year as well. So how would you say those girls have acclimated to their roles so far?
Well, they're still adjusting, and, that shows that we had several turnovers, which Emerson Cobb last year was our point guard for the last 4 years actually, and, did an outstanding job. And to miss her is, big, and so these girls are, realizing that they got to take care of the basketball, and our inside is different this year. We don't have one senior on the group, and Bella Cummins returning from last year's squad, and then they played quite a bit last year too as well. But other than that, it's all new, and they were all from the JV, and so they're still adjusting to the speed of the game and how we play it.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, of course, you mentioned with Bella being the one senior, you do have some juniors on this team as well. So are you looking to them to kind of help Bella as far as the leadership of the team this year as well?
Exactly, and Bella realizes that she's in a tough role. She's the only one there by herself, and she's relying on those juniors to step up and to with her. Just like, she was there for those seniors last year. She was a big, big part of that team last year. She had some big buckets and stuff, and won the regional game there. And those juniors this year, they have to do the same thing for her.
And obviously, early in the season, you guys will have played 4 games to this point, Shoals and Paoli, and also had to deal with both the Knoxes, North and South. So overall, you look at the first 4 games, what stands out to you about what your team has done well so far?
Well, the first few games there, I thought we played pretty well. We shot the ball pretty well. We had some confidence going in ourselves, and then we come to those Knox County schools, and, they're just different. They're outstanding teams. They get after you. They put a lot of pressure on you. And when you have a young team like we have this year that has to play against pressure early on in the season, you're going to struggle with. So we kind of struggled with that, kind of took a few steps back. But, the first few games, I was very pleased with them. And I told them, those 2 games, they're over with. They're done. We don't have to play them again this year. So put that out of your mind. We got new games coming up, games that we can feel like we can compete with and hopefully get better at.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed, Coach, about your girls and covering them over the past few years is they always have a good attitude. Their effort's always there, and it seems like this group has adopted that as well.
Yeah, they're a great group. The girls are extremely good. They want to get better. That's something that, you definitely as a coach want and need is, they got to have that desire to get better. And this group does, and they've been working hard in practice. They understand the last few games is where they've struggled at. So they understand that, they got to get better at that. And so that's what their goal is right now is each game, just try to get better at those mistakes that they've been making.
And tonight, of course, we've mentioned the matchup with Orleans here at home. It's always a tough matchup with the Lady Bulldogs year in and year out. So as you look at this Orleans team coming in, Coach, what stands out to you about this team?
Well, Jared does an outstanding job with them, for one. And then, they got the 2 sisters back, Callie and her sister there, that are outstanding players. And, and then they got Chelsea Ralph back, which is, a handful in herself. She's very good, mobile. She can play outside. She can play inside. So she's going to be, a big load for us to try to contend with tonight. And then, the other guards have come up from the JV level and so forth, just kind of like what we did. And I went and watched them the other night, and they're playing really well. And they're going to be a tough one for us tonight. But, hopefully we're ready for the challenge.
Head coach, similar to you all, they lost a big senior class last year, and as far as the physical attributes with the size and the length and the physical play, it seems like there's a lot of similarities between the 2 teams.
Exactly, there is, and and that's the good part about it. And I told the girls all along, not every team we play is going to be like the South Knox and North Knox. There's going to be other schools that we're going to play this year that kind of went through the same thing. They lost a few seniors from last year's group, and they're learning how the role is going to feel with each one of them and how they're going to play and where they're going to play at. And that's part of the season because it all comes down to the tournament. That's where you got to be playing your best basketball, and that's what we strive to get to. And last year's group was no different. We struggled in the first half of the season, and then the second half of the season, we went on a big run and played extremely well. And that's what I'm thinking this group here will maybe be able to do the same thing.
Yeah, no doubt. And as far as the Lady Jeeps go tonight, health-wise, everybody available, ready to go tonight?
Yeah, everybody's good, so we should be ready to play and give it our best.
All right, sounds good. Coach Cave, as always, thank you so much for taking the time for the talk. You and the Lady Jeeps have a good game here at home with Orleans tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you for covering us.
All right, no problem. Coach Michael Cave joining us here at our WSEZ pregame show. Stay tuned. We've got the interview with Coach Gilbert coming up next as you're listening to Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball here on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat low-fill insulation system makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat insulation system by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
We continue along with our WSEZ pregame show here on Gold 98.7 WSEZ. The Lady Bulldogs on the road tonight for the first time this season, taking on the Northeast Dubois Lady Jeeps, and we'll get to that matchup here in just a few moments with head coach Jared Gilbert as his team gets ready for this big matchup tonight. And Coach Gilbert, of course, last Friday we saw you all in the debut against Salem, and all things considered, having your veterans out there certainly was huge, and plus got those young girls a chance to kind of see what it was like in their first varsity game. So what stood out to you about the performance last weekend?
I thought it was overall pretty good. We came out a little bit nervous and made some uncharacteristic turnovers. But at the same time, it's our younger girls learning and they kind of getting used to the atmosphere and just the pace of play in a varsity game. And so once they settled down and started playing, I thought they really had a pretty good night overall. So, we I thought defended well. Our defense created a lot of our offense, which is what we want to do. We push the ball well and do some things that we think we can do, throughout the year. Hopefully that gets better and better as the year goes on.
And it was good to see two of your most experienced players, with Callie and Chelsea, get out there and take charge early, kind of get you all started, and then it kind of gave the rest of the team some confidence, it seemed, after that.
Yeah, and that's what we expect out of those two. Two of our most experienced players. They're going to kind of lean on them to carry them through some tough times. When things get tough, they're going to look to them. If they have a kind of a calm demeanor, then they're going to just settle down themselves, I think, and just settle into their roles. So I thought they did that pretty much, and that's all you expect out of your leaders.
I know two-point shooting was kind of a struggle at times on Friday, but your perimeter shooting was really good. And, Coach, the great thing about it was you didn't take a lot of threes, but you were efficient from the outside. It had to be good to see the ability to knock down the outside shot.
Yeah, and that's what I think you'll see. We won't be a team that I don't think will shoot a lot of threes, but a team that once we establish inside, we can kick out, knock down those shots. And we talked a lot about that, is establishing inside first, and then that's going to open up the outside. And I thought we did that for the most part, and made the most of the opportunities to knock down those 3-point shots.
Well, then Tuesday night, turned around at a varsity-only game against Souls at home and got out to a really nice lead at home against the Jug Rocks, and it seemed like that kind of carried you forward the rest of the night.
Yeah, it did. We talked about being ready, making a statement on a sectional possible opponent down the road, and it was one of those things where we came out and I thought set the tone defensively, and then we got some easy buckets on the fast break, kind of eased into the game, and then from there we kind of settled in, played a lot of kids, got to get their first varsity experience, which was nice, and a lot of people stepped up and had pretty good nights overall.
I know Callie stood out as far as the scoring went, but she also had 6 assists. You had a bunch of steals in that game, and it wasn't just a couple of girls. Everybody seemed to contribute in a variety of different ways, and that's certainly what you like to see early on.
Yeah, we did. We were active. I thought, we talked about just making sure we played hard, and I thought we did that, which created a lot of the turnovers and the steals that we got. And then those converted into a lot of easy points for us. And I think that's one of the big keys, no matter who we're playing, is being able to convert those turnovers into some points and get some easy buckets. So if we're able to do that, we'll make a much better team.
Well, and also got a chance to play those younger girls. Some of the freshmen that are on the JV roster got a chance to get out there and get some time in the varsity game, too.
Yeah, it's always good for them. We're trying to extend our bench, and it gives us an opportunity to look at them and get some varsity competition. And anytime you do that, I think that's great. And we're just learning from them, learning how to compete all the time. And, it's kind of a learning process in that game as well. Sometimes we talk to them about competing harder. So they're learning, and I think they'll learn from that. Hopefully that's opportunity, they'll make the most out of it.
Well, tonight, of course, it's your first road game of the season here at Northeast Dubois, and never an easy place to win. And the Jeeps team that's coming off a big run a year ago, some of those girls back. So what's stand out to you about this Dubois team coming into tonight's matchup?
Well, they hit the boards hard. I think they play hard as always. They're a physical team. Always tough to play when you come here. And they have a guard as good as anybody as far as shooting the ball, throwing the ball, does a lot for their team. She can pretty much do it all. We have to do a really nice job of knowing where she is and making it tough on her all night. But we also understand that she's going to get hers. She's going to shoot enough, and she's going to make things happen. We just got to kind of contain her and make sure we don't have anybody else get loose on us. Really control the boards, I think, is a big key. To do that, I like the chances, but we got to kind of control that. I think the pace of play, maybe try to hurry them up a little bit, take the ball out of her hands, and when we can do that, and I hope we can force some other people to do things that they're not comfortable with.
Coach, as we talked about with Southwest Indiana-based teams, is always their physical play, and then with the Lady Jeeps, it's always a methodical game that they like to play as well. So, as you mentioned, the tempo of the game as well, but then playing through some adversity at times as well, it seems like will be a big key as well.
Yeah, anyway, I've been on the road for the first time. You just never know how kids, especially inexperienced kids, are going to handle it. And so, yeah, there's going to be some ups and downs, and we just got to stay even keel, try to get through those, and understand it's not always going to be all high. We're going to have some lows as well, and not to get too high or too low, and just withstand the runs that they make. We just have to try to have the most runs, and if we do that, then we're in good shape there at the end, and they have a chance to win.
And as far as the Lady Bulldogs go tonight coming in, everybody available, ready to roll here on the road?
Yeah, they got the good, happy, and ready to go.
Yeah, good. Coach Gilbert, as always, thank you so much for taking the time for the talk. You and the Lady Bulldogs have a good game here at Northeast Dubois tonight.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
All right, Jared Gilbert joining us here at the WSEZ pregame show. Stay with us. We've got the starting lineup coming up after the break as you're listening to Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Time to meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the homestanding number 11 team in Class A, the Northeast Dubois Lady Jeeps, 2-2 on the season so far. They'll go with the traditional 2-guard, 2-forward center lineup. Adelie Kolb will start in the backcourt, a junior guard, averaging 7.8 points per game. Bella Cummins is the second guard, the lone senior, averaging 9.3 points per game. In the front court, Bailey Warner, a junior at forward, 1.8 points and 6 rebounds per game. Taylor Fisher, the second forward, 3 points, 2.8 rebounds for the junior on the season. And the center will be Maya Stevens, averaging 2 points per game. The junior, starting at center, averaging 4.8 rebounds per game. The Lady Jeeps are in the home white uniforms tonight with the blue letters and numbers as the tip gets knocked away. Chelsea Ralph and Taylor Fisher going after it into the Northeast Dubois bench to our left here from behind the scorers bench here at the Jeep House tonight. Orleans going with Hallie Wolf, 5'6" junior at guard. Kalia Alston, 5'9" freshman at guard. Haley Dilly, 5'7" sophomore at forward. Callie Alston will be a 5'11" senior starting at the other forward. And then Chelsea Ralph, a 5'8" junior, who starts at the center position. Lady Dogs are 2-0, ranked 5th in Class A, and almost who got that first basket for the Lady Jeeps there. I don't think it was Stevens. As the shot missed, Ralph misses one from the short corner. Rebound gathered in from the Lady Jeeps. Bailey Warner hitting that rebound. I'll say, I think it was Warner who might have gotten the basket on the other end the first time. So 2-0 Northeast Dubois. Orleans in the road black uniforms, red letters and numbers trimmed in white. Red around the collar and the shoulders, thick red stripe flanked by 2 thin white stripes on the side of the jersey, kind of swoop down on the shorts, and then the red stripe wraps around the bottom of the shorts. Northeast Dubois has Jeeps down the side of the shorts on both sides. They've got the Northeast Dubois logo on the right side of the shorts as well. Blue letters and numbers, Northeast, marked over the number on the front of the jersey. Dubois below the number. Lady Jeeps working around. Taylor Fisher has it right wing, down low, wide open layup. Adelie Kolb misses that one, and the rebound put back no good for the Lady Jeeps, as it was Warner who tried to put that one in. And actually, I think Kolb might have been the one who scored the first basket anyway, so It is a 2-0 lead early, 6.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. An air ball three from Wolf on the left corner. Rebound fought for, tipped around, and finally Bella Cummins comes out of there with it for the Lady Jeeps. Bringing it up the floor, going left to right in this game. Kolb has it on the right wing, gives it up to Warner right at the top of the key. Warner holds it, gives it to Fisher at the top. Now over to Cummins on the left side. Bella Cummins goes to the baseline, and as she's driving, Haley Dilly getting in her way, and she will be called for the blocking foul here for the Lady Bulldogs. That foul on Dilly will be her first, and that will be the team's first here in the first quarter. With 6:04 to go, it's 2-0 Northeast Dubois in front early. Inbound to Cummins. Corner three left side is an air ball. Weak side rebound comes to Chelsea Ralph. And Ralph will bring it up the floor, throws it down toward the post, and I think she was going for either Dilly or Wolf. They were both in that general area. But the initial call actually went to Dubois, said the pass went off the Lady Dogs, but it turns out apparently a Lady Jeep got a piece of it, and so we're going to keep it on the Orleans end. They're going from right to left from our vantage point. Wolf will be the inbounder from the tee of Northeast on the left baseline, out to Alston. Callie gets it to the corner to Dilly, back out to Callie straight away, now to Kalia Alston. Three right wing off the back of the rim for the lefty. The rebound to Fisher under the basket. Up ahead now, Cummins lines up left wing high, arcing three, and she knocks that one down. Bella Cummins with the tray, her first points of the night, 5-0 with 5.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Ralph gets it in the left corner. Her three is good, as Kalia Alston, I believe, was the one who found her down there in the corner. So Ralph with the tray makes it 5-3 now in favor of the Lady Jeeps. We're down to 5:19 and counting here in the opening quarter here at the Jeep House. Cummins with it in the front court, takes it left wing, turns, kicks it back out to Kolb at the volleyball line on the right. The high post now, it goes to Stevens. Stevens and Ralph are about the same size, so she's about 5'8". Cummins gets loose, drives, and Callie Alston swats her underhand layup on the left side, out of bounds under the basket. Dubois will reset after that huge swat there. Inbound will come from Adelie Kolb on the left baseline between the T and the H of Northeast. Inbound to Cummins on the left side. Cummins circles it all the way to the right wing now. Stops, gives it to Stevens, right elbow, out to Kolb now on the wing. Kolb will slide it over to the half-court circle. Got the block ND in gray, trimmed in blue, and over D. And on the left side of half-court D, on the right side, a drive for Kolb, and she is pushed as she goes down toward the right corner. A foul will be on the senior for the Lady Bulldogs. That would be Callie Alston. That'll be her first and the team's second here early. We also have the outline of the Jeep, the Popeye Jeep, out there at center court as well. Inbound comes to Werner in the right corner, hands it to Cummins. She'll circle it around to Kolb on the left side. Kolb now takes it to the half-court circle to reset the offense for Dubois. Over to Cummins on the left side, gets a screen from Stevens, ball knocked away. Fisher picks it up at half court. Taylor Fisher almost has it knocked loose. Gets by her defender, Hallie Wolf. Goes to Stevens' left elbow. Out straight away to Kolb. Drives it toward the left baseline. Back out to Cummins on the left perimeter. 4:15 and counting first quarter. 5-3. Northeast Dubois in front. It's Cummins with it on the left side. Bounces to Kolb along the left sideline. Back to Cummins. Gets under the basket. Puts up the shot. Can't get it to go under the rim. Rebound tipped, and Kalia Alston comes down with it for Orleans. Drives it all the way to the basket left side. Throws it out to Sister Callie on the left wing. Skips it over to Wolf. Three right wing on the way. She buries that one. Hallie Wolf, her first point for the night. The Lady Bulldogs have the first lead of the night at 6-5 with 3:44 left here in the opening quarter.
Great ball movement so far. That's the best passing they've done for a while.
Best spacing so far, too. And then Kolb gets trapped in the front court on the left side just below the timeline. That'll lead to a Northeast Dubois timeout. 3:37 to go in the first quarter. It's 6-5 Orleans here in the early going. You're listening to Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Kirby Hardware has been helping the residents of Orleans keep their homes and farms running smoothly since 1953. Kirby Hardware carries a full line of GE appliances, hardware items, household items, lawn and garden supplies, paint, and a full line of plumbing, all with the knowledge to get you what you need to do the job right the first time. Kirby Hardware open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 7 till 2. Phone them at 812-865-2510. Kirby Hardware at 206 East Jefferson Street.
3:37 to go here in this opening quarter. 6-5 here at the Jeep House. Orleans leading Northeast Dubois. The inbound comes from Adderley Cobb to Taylor Fisher between the circles. Back to Cobb left side. Skips it right to Cummins. Takes a dribble. Now tosses it to Cobb left wing into the corner to Maya Stevens. She kind of got up on her toes, and then she dragged the foot along with her. So that turnover will give it over to Orleans. The trap affecting the Lady Jeeps just a little bit here with 3:28 to go in the first quarter.
That worked really well. They came in from the backside, and she didn't know that she was there. When she turned, she already moved her foot trying to avoid it.
Kalia Alston brought it across, gave it up to Dilly on the left wing. She took it to the top of the key. Ball gets knocked loose, scramble for it at the top of the arc. A jump ball is whistled, and Orleans will get the possession. So Dilly very fortunate that she didn't turn the ball over there because she got it knocked loose, and if you don't secure the basketball against this Northeast Dubois team, they can really make you pay for it.
Yeah, they're super aggressive, that's for sure.
And they play half court, very solid in that. Inbound to Ralph, right block, turns, gets the shot up, it rolls off the right side of the rim. The rebound to Bella Cummins underneath. Cummins runs it ahead right side, kicks it to Kolb, left wing, lines up a three, and got that one to go down. Adderley Kolb with the three. And the second lead change of the night makes it 8-6 in favor of Northeast Dubois. Here's Ralph getting it ahead from Callie Alston. Left wing drives it to the right side of the basket. Count the basket on the layup and the foul to go with it. Chelsea Ralph with her first two-point basket of the night, going for the three-point play the old-fashioned way at the line. Our first tie of the game at 8-all with 2:52 to go here in the opening quarter. Foul on Northeast Dubois, and it is on Taylor Fisher. That is the first on the junior, and that'll be the team's first as well. The free throw is off the back of the rim. Warner gets tangled up with Haley Dilly on the rebound underneath, and this time the jump ball will go to the Lady Jeeps. Substitution, Elizabeth Mahan is in for the first time. The 5'5 senior has not scored in varsity play, but does have 3 steals and 2 rebounds. She checks in for Haley Dilly for the Lady Dogs. Inbound comes to Warner. She almost had it stolen. Callie Alston not letting it go. Elizabeth Mahan gets in there to force the jump ball. The Lady Bulldogs have the turn on the possession. So nice job there forcing Warner, who is definitely not a ball handler in the backcourt, into that trap. And the Lady Dogs get the turnover with 2:27 to go in an 8-8 tie.
Playing defensively very smart right now. That's going to help a lot tonight.
Inbound straight ahead. Kalia Alston, top of the key three. Bingo for the lefty. Well, she's shooting about like her sister did last year from behind the arc so far. And then there's a steal on the backcourt. Kolb gets stripped. Callie Alston gets it, lays it up and in, left side of the basket. A quick 5-point burst. Make that a 7-point burst for the Lady Dogs. 13-8 now, 2 minutes to go. Up ahead, Fisher, nice head fake underneath, but the basket no good. Stevens couldn't get it to go down. Kalia Alston fighting for the rebound as it's stolen. Warner gets it in the lane about 8 feet in front of the basket. And a foul is going to be whistled on the Lady Bulldogs here, and this one will be called against Allie Wolf. Allie at 5'6" and a junior. That'll be her first and the team's third. She's averaging 8.5 points per game and is also averaging 2.5 rebounds on the season. Kolb inbounds it to Fisher. Straightaway jumper from 17 feet off the front of the rim. Rebound to Ralph underneath. And Ralph will bring it up ahead for the Lady Bulldogs. Takes it right side, goes left to the top of the arc to Kalia Alston. Down to the corner to Elizabeth Mahan. She'll take it to the free throw line, back it out beyond the perimeter, out to the spike line, and then to Callie Alston left right side. Out to the half-court circle, Kalia Alston has it now. She'll take it to the left, or to the right, rather. Kicks it out left side to Wolf. Down to the baseline to Callie. She'll fire up a long two and hit that from 17 feet away. 4th point for Callie Alston. The Orleans offense has rhythm now. 15-8. They've scored 9 unanswered. Stevens, left side, cross-court pass to Fisher. 15-footer right wing won't go. Rebound foul going to be called here on Orleans. And this one will be on Chelsea Ralph. That's going to be the first on Chelsea tonight. That'll be the team's 4th. Lady Jeeps haven't subbed yet. Trying to save quarters for some of the JV players. Ralph will check out as Caitlin Gilstrap is in for the first time. 6'1" senior. 2 points, averaging 4 rebounds in the first 2 games. There's a jumper from Cummins from the left side, 12 feet. That's off the right side of the glass. Rebound, Kalia Alston. Kicks it ahead to Mahan. Long two on the way. Can't get that one to go from the left corner. Rebound to Maya Stevens in the paint there for Northeast Dubois. Up ahead to Cummins. Goes left to right with a pass to Kolb. Back to Cummins. Left wing 3. High archer. Bingo for Bella Cummins. She's made two of the three trays that the Lady Jeeps have scored so far. 43 seconds to go first quarter, 15-11 now the score. Orleans in front. Mahan has it left side on the forecourt to Alston, top of the key, down to Callie. Kalia to Callie. That three won't go. Gilstrap, though, gets the weak side rebound on the right baseline. Out to Mahan on the wing. Mahan has it, settles it, gives it out to Kalia, who will take it out to the half-court circle. And Coach Gilbert saying, let's make sure we make this count. Let's go for the last shot of the quarter. Kalia getting harassed by the senior, Bella Cummins, gives it to Callie on the left wing. Callie crosses over between two defenders. And going toward the basket on the right, she gets fouled. Maya Stevens and Taylor Fisher were both in the area. One of them's going to get this foul here. And this will be called on Maya Stevens, the junior at center, about 5'8". Maya will pick up her first, and that'll be the team's second. 2 shots for Callie Alston. She was, I don't know that she was actually in the act of shooting, but nevertheless, she goes to the line, toes it, and knocks down that first free throw.
To be honest, it didn't look like it at all. She was trying to split the defenders, and then she got caught on the arm.
Was just trying to get to the basket as much as anything. Yeah. Callie makes the first and the second. She's now 6 out of 7 on free throws this season, has 6 early points, 17-11. Orleans, 10 seconds to go first quarter. Kalb jaunts across the timeline, takes it to the right side, goes to Cummins on the left wing. She'll drive it 15 feet away, pulls it out, kicks it over to Kalb. Right wing three on the way, and it hits the back of the rim at the buzzer. The end of one here at the Jeep House in Dubois, and it's Orleans leading Northeast Dubois 17-11. You're listening to Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball here on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Orleans Auto Value Parts emphasizes the importance of maintaining your current vehicle amidst rising new car prices. They are your local auto value dealer offering affordable, high-quality auto parts with reliable service. At Auto Value, you can find a comprehensive selection to keep your car, truck, SUV, or tractor performing at its best. They stock Deca and Interstate batteries, custom-make hoses, and provide paint mixing services to match any vehicle color on the road. Operating hours are convenient, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Visit them at 153 West Washington Street in Orleans or reach out by phone at 812-865-4444. Whether you need routine maintenance items or specific parts to enhance your vehicle's performance, Orleans Auto Value Parts is dedicated to meeting your automotive needs with quality products and expert service.
Second quarter getting started here at the Jeep House on the campus of Northeast Dubois High School here in the town of Dubois, along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play story. We're glad to have you with us tonight here on Gold 98.7 at 1560 WSEZ, streaming on WSEZ987.com. And you can also find us on your Alexa device and tonight on YouTube at Gold 98.7 WSEZ. Inbound, Northeast Dubois works it to the left corner, and that is where Lily Geffrich has it. Geffrich is trapped, and the ball knocked away from her out of bounds. Geffrich is a sophomore forward. 4 points total in the first 4 games, averaging 3.3 rebounds. The inbound will come from Kalb in that left corner. Throws it, and Callie Alston gets the steal from Cummins. Lost the ball on the right baseline, gets it back, throws it underneath to Hallie Wolf, who gets it to Haley Dilly. Her shot blocked. A lot of contact, but no call, and Kalb comes down with the rebound for the Lady Jeeps. Throws it to Bella Cummins left side as they run up the floor in the front court, and it's out of bounds as the Lady Jeeps turn it over to Orleans.
Intense basketball game at times. It's ebb and flow.
Well, it's what you would expect when these two teams get together. We're already higher scoring than we were last year in a 32-25 Lady Jeeps win. It's usually a dog fight or a Jeep fight, whichever case you look at it. Ralph, turnaround jumper 15 feet away. That glances off the back rim, and on the rebound, a jump ball, and the Lady Bulldogs are going to get the basketball back. Ralph not able to connect on that jumper, but fortunately the Lady Bulldogs competing for that rebound, and it results in them getting it back. 7:13 to go second quarter. Inbound to Dilly left corner, drives it into the paint, had it knocked loose, got it back then. Kalia Alston has it top of the key, throws a deflected pass that is saved. Callie Alston saves it into Lily Geffrich, and then back to Cummins, who gets it ahead to Kalb. Right wing three, open there, and she knocks it in. Adelaide Cobb gets the three. That's her 8th point of the contest. Her and Cummins have all the points so far. It's now 17-14 Orleans. Nice pass from Dilly down to the left corner to Ralph, and Chelsea buries a three. Her 8th point of the contest here early, and now it's 20-14 in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. Up ahead now, it is a Warner pass, gets it right sideline, throws it cross court. Wolf intercepts it. Now to Alston, front court, right side, drives it, gets the shot up, it rolls in. And Callie Alston's going to the line for the three-point play the old-fashioned way. She gets her 8th point of the contest, and the foul will be whistled on Bailey Warner for the Lady Jeeps. That is going to be the first on Warner tonight, and that'll be the team's first of the quarter.
Orleans very alert and really going after the ball well.
Last time they were here, they won 39-34. They've won 2 of the last 3 times they've come to Dubois. The free throw is up and good for Callie Alston. She's got 9. The lead is 9, actually, at 23-14. Biggest lead that either team has had so far. Inbound to Fisher from Cobb, gives it to Cummins, races it up the left side of the floor into her front court. Backs it out against that trap to Cobb, half-court circle, throws it high post to Stevens, and Chelsea Ralph leaned on her a little too much there. Stevens was catching the pass. That foul on Chelsea will be her 2nd, team's first of the quarter.
That step, she'd have had that ball, but she just reached around from behind. Can't get away with that one.
Chelsea picks up her 2nd. She comes out. Caitlin Gilstrap, the 6'1 senior, back in for her. Inbound comes to Cummins on the left wing. One-hand baseball pass to Cobb in the corner. Bounce down to Fisher now, who comes into the corner to get it from Cobb. High post to Stevens. Jumper from the elbow right side. Misses off the back of the rim. Rebound to Wolf on the left side. To Kalia Alston. Throws it down low to Haley Dilly. Caught it. Kicks it out to Wolf. 3, right wing. A little rushed at the left side of the glass. And Geffrich gets the rebound this time for Northeast Dubois. Up ahead now, it's Cummins with it. Gives it to Cobb from the left side to the middle of the floor in the front court. Cobb has it half-court circle. Right side now to Taylor Fisher. Fisher against the man-to-man defense. Gives it to Cobb in the corner. Cobb with 5:38 left here in the second quarter. Lady Jeeps down 23-14. Cobb circles it out to the half-court circle. Bounces it to Fisher right side. Back out to Cobb. She's got room to drive. Bounces it short corner to Stevens left side. Back out to Cobb. Left to the top of the key. 3. Heel of the rim. No good. Rebound and a foul. Callie Alston had it, but Maya Stevens came up behind her and gave her a bump. That foul will be on the junior centerer at 5'8 for Northeast Dubois, Maya Stevens. Her 2nd, team 2nd of the quarter. Haven't been able to get the Lady Dogs shooting in the first quarter calculated, but I know they made 3 trays in that first quarter on 6 attempts. 2-point shooting wasn't bad. They were actually 3 out of 6 inside the arc as well.
Playing quite well right now.
So, well, it was a little bit of a slow start, but the Lady Dogs have done a good job keeping their composure. Alston gets it to Gilstrap, left block. Caitlin turns around, nice cut, and there's Kalia Alston with a layup on the left side of the basket. Caitlin was at the block, took a dribble out. Kalia came down for the cut. That's a heads-up play for the freshman to make this an 11-point lead. Here is the pass to Geffrich in the right corner. Kicks it out now between the circles to Warner. Left side now to Cobb, and yeah, there was a little bit of a trip there as Cobb was getting it to Geffrich down on the left baseline. That blocking foul is going to be called on Kalia Alston of Orleans. That is going to be the first on the freshman tonight. That'll be the team's 2nd of the quarter. Kalia's got 5 points so far. Callie Alston leading the way with 9. Ralph has 8. Inbound comes to Fisher at the free throw line. Out to Cobb in the left corner. Cobb takes it up to the wing, dribbles inside the free throw line, puts up the shot off the front rim, takes the soft bounce in off the back of the rim. 10 points for Adelaide Cobb. 25-16, 4:23 left here in the second quarter. Up ahead now with it, Wolf in the left corner. Looking inside, now bounces to Kalia Alston in the left corner after dribbling up to the wing. Alston circles around, top of the arc to Dilly, turns around, has the ball knocked loose and stolen. Taylor Fisher, but then Kalia Alston steals it right back, tries to throw it to Caitlin Gilstrap, who wasn't looking, and then Geffrich comes away with the steal. So 3 turnovers in succession, 2 from the Lady Dogs and 1 from the Lady Jeeps, and it's Northeast Dubois with it. Cobb throws it ahead to Fisher below the right wing, takes a couple of dribbles to the free throw line, out top to Warner, down to Cobb, corner 3 left side, off the back of the rim. Fisher runs down the offensive rebound on the right corner, and as she does, she draws the foul on Orleans, and this one will be on the freshman, Kalia Alston. Chelsea Ralph and Kalia Alston now both have 2 fouls here in this first half. Team's third of the quarter. Kalia will check out. Elizabeth Mahan, the 5'5 senior, is back out there for Orleans with 3:44 to go here in the second. 25-16, offensive foul on Northeast Dubois. And I think Taylor Fisher might have been the one that called for an illegal screen there. No, actually, it'll be on Bailey Warner. That's going to be the second on Warner, and that'll be the team's third of the quarter here on the Lady Jeeps. I thought maybe Fisher was there, but it turns out it was Warner. So now Coach Cave got to go to his bench, and he's going to have to send in his tallest player in Camille Betts, who's about 6'1". Alston gets it right elbow, turns, drives it, layup off the side of the rim, rolls off into Taylor Fisher's hands in the lane. Up ahead now with it is Call. Takes it right side. Now to Warner between the circles. That is Cummins. Cummins fires a 3 from the volleyball line and buries it.
Girls got range.
9 for Bella Cummins. That was a moonshot there. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Here is Callie Alston. Entry pass to the left block to Caitlin Gilstrap. Not a great angle on that pass. Jump ball, and the arrow will point to the Lady Jeeps this time. Mahan, Wolf, Gilstrap, Dilly, and Callie Alston on the floor for the Lady Bulldogs. Meanwhile, Orleans sends in Camille Betts for the first time in this game. In 3 varsity games, 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist with 3 blocked shots. Natalie Cobb will bring it across the timeline for Northeast Dubois. Bounces to Fisher on the right side. Fisher, top of the arc to Cummins. Cummins, who has 9 points, all on Trey so far, takes it to the right wing, lost it for a second, got it back, and then bounces out to Cobb at the half-court circle. But Coach Cave wants a timeout, and he'll get that with 2:45 to go here in the second quarter, with Orleans leading Northeast Dubois 25-19. You're listening to Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat low-fill insulation system makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat insulation system by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
2:45 left here in the second quarter. It is 25-19. Orleans leading Northeast Dubois in this matchup of ranked teams in Class A. Inbound to Adelie Kalb, back into the backcourt to Bella Cummins, who brings it across the timeline to the right. Hands it to Kalb right in front of her at the D of ND there at midcourt. Bounces to Fisher on the right wing. Coach Cave not happy with his offense right now. They're not where they're supposed to be, I guess. Cummins comes to get the basketball, dribbles it out top of the key. Long 3 again. This one off the heel of the rim. Rebound fought for underneath, and Haley Dilly comes out of there with it for the Lady Bulldogs. Runs it up the floor now, stops on the right wing. Kicks it to Callie Alston on the left perimeter. Callie dribbles it out top of the key. In the circles, gets the screen from Wolf. Dribbles down to Gilstrap in the left corner. Caitlin gives it right back to Callie now, who takes it out straight away. Alston looking, bounces it to Elizabeth Mahan right side. She'll drive, pull up, nice little teardrop, misses, hit the backboard on the right side of the rim. Fisher comes down with the rebound for the Lady Jeeps. Kalb has it right side, throws it to Fisher, who turns around at the last second to catch it on the right wing. Then she gets it knocked away, stolen. Callie Alston comes out of there with it, up the floor, left side, drives it all the way to the rim, forces up the shot, it won't go, rebound underneath, and Betts comes down with it for the Lady Jeeps. Coach Gilbert wanted a foul on the Lady Jeeps, but he's not going to get the satisfaction with 1:27 to go in the second quarter. Betts gets it at the top of the arc. Gilstrap guarding her, and Caitlin reached in a couple too many times there. And that foul will go on the senior at 6'1", Caitlin Gilstrap of Orleans. That is going to be her first and the team's fourth of the quarter. 1:23 to go. Fisher checks out for Northeast Dubois. In for her is Katie Kleesner. She is a freshman and a forward on this team, I believe. Well, actually, she might be more of a guard, but nevertheless, she's out there as Cummins lines up another three left wing. This one hits the front of the rim. It hit Haley Dilly on the shoulder. Behind her was Gilstrap, and there's a tussle on the floor. Jump ball between Geffrich and Gilstrap. And that jump ball will send it over to Orleans this time. We've had more jump balls in this game than we've had, I think, in the other games that we've covered so far.
Combined.
Seems like it.
I believe you're right.
I think we've had a lot of jump. It seems like every year we've covered this game, this has been one of the highest volume games for jump balls. But that's not a surprise, though.
Those teams are aggressive.
Wolf gets it off the inbound, goes to Callie Alston in the front court to Dilly down on the right block. Guess what? Another tie-up. Cummins got a hold of it when Dilly hesitated for just a second there on that right block. And with 57.8 seconds to go, Dubois gets it on the turn of possession yet again. Fouled the inbound to Bella Cummins, the one senior on this Northeast Dubois team. She stands about 5'4". She'll bounce it over to the right wing, and a pass deflected away from Katie Kleesner. It was Dilly who took it away. She gets a deflected pass to Hallie Wolf on the right wing, and as Wolf tries to dribble out, she gets bailed out with a foul against the Lady Jeeps. It'll be on Bella Cummins this time for Northeast Dubois. That'll be the first on Cummins, and that'll be the team's fourth here in the second quarter. Both teams one foul away from sending the other into the bonus with 40.8 seconds to go here in the second. Inbound into the backcourt to Elizabeth Mahan. Elizabeth has it between the circles now as she advances it back to the forecourt. Takes it to the free throw line. Bounces down low to Dilly. Her layup is blocked. She hesitated again. Rebound underneath comes to Geffrich. Up ahead to Cummins. Out on the break to Kalb. She can't catch it cleanly. Behind her is Camille Betts. Out to Cummins. Straightaway three. Got another one.
I tell you, that girl is... She's a dead-eye shot out there.
That's the lead to three, and Callie Alston going to be called for the over and back. She got it across the timeline, apparently went right back over the line real quick, and that turnover gives Dubois the last shot of the half with 11.8 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Orleans' lead has been cut all the way down to 25-22. Northeast Dubois on an 8-3 run here in the second quarter. Inbound from Kalb to Cummins in the backcourt. Kalb comes back to get it with 7 seconds. She brings it across the midcourt stripe to the right. Tries to go to Cummins. Does. Mahan almost tied her up. Cummins gets loose. Mahan steals it to close out the first half. And Orleans preserves the lead going into halftime here at the Jeep House on this Thursday night. Coming up, we'll have the halftime report after this break. We'll have first half stats and analysis, and if time permits, we'll pass along some scores from around the area tonight as well. 25-22, Orleans with the edge over Northeast Dubois here at halftime here in Dubois tonight. You're listening to coverage of Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball right here on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Orleans Auto Value Parts emphasizes the importance of maintaining your current vehicle amidst rising new car prices. They are your local auto value dealer offering affordable, high-quality auto parts with reliable service. At Auto Value, you can find a comprehensive selection to keep your car, truck, SUV, or tractor performing at its best. They stock DECA and interstate batteries, custom-make hoses, and provide paint mixing services to match any vehicle color on the road. Operating hours are convenient, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Visit them at 153 West Washington Street in Orleans or reach out by phone at 812-865-4444. Whether you need routine maintenance items or specific parts to enhance your vehicle's performance, Orleans Auto Value Parts is dedicated to meeting your automotive needs with quality products and expert service.
Southern Indiana's endless supply of gold. 98.7 and 1560. Playing top tracks of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. This is WSEZ, Paoli.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Halftime has arrived here at the Jeep House on the campus of Northeast Dubois Junior Senior High School here in the community of Dubois, where the first half has been entertaining at times, to say the least. It had a lot of tie-ups called between the two teams, a lot of good shooting as well, especially from beyond the arc here in this first half of play. And we've had two lead changes, had one tie early on at 8 there in the first quarter. But Orleans has led by as many as 9 in this contest at 23-14. And so far, the Lady Jeeps, though, have not gone away. Wouldn't expect anything less from this Northeast Dubois team. They've narrowed it to a 3-point margin here at halftime with the score on the on the scoreboard here. Sorry, it's the other station for going there. As the Lady Bulldogs lead 25-22 here on the board here in Dubois tonight. Along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton, I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play story. And we're glad to have you with us tonight here on Gold 98.7. Might be listening on AM at 1560. Also streaming online, WSEZ987.com, as well as on your Alexa. Just say, Alexa, listen to Gold 98.7 WSEZ. And you can also find us tonight on YouTube. We have our YouTube broadcast going right now, and the channel is Gold 98.7 WSEZ. If you throw the @ symbol in there in front of Gold 98.7 WSEZ, it might be a little faster to find the streaming there, the streaming audio there on the YouTube channel. So far, been a well-played or hard-fought game. At times, it's been a little sloppy, but overall, it's been fairly well-played considering it's early in the season. Northeast Dubois comes in tonight at 2-2 with wins over Shoals and Paoli, and losses to two of the best teams in Class 2A basketball, the two front-runners, frankly, in the Blue Chip Conference in girls basketball this year, as North Knox and South Knox have both come into this building and knocked off the Lady Jeeps. Northeast Dubois is in the 4th game of a 5-game homestand after starting their season on the road at Shoals there a couple of weeks ago. So, been a good game, good crowd out for this one tonight. The Bulldog boys are actually at home scrimmaging West Washington tonight, inside the Doghouse in Orleans. And the Northeast Dubois boys basketball team, I think they scrimmage tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken. But there are a few boys scrimmages going on tonight as well. And so that's kind of making things interesting in as far as the girls' games are concerned. Boys basketball does start for a lot of teams around the area on Tuesday night, and we'll have one of those boys' games over on our sister station, 96.9 WKLO, when the Corydon Central Panthers visit Lloyd Scott Gymnasium to take on Seymour to open the new season. That'll be on Tuesday night over on 96.9 WKLO. Of course, Lloyd Scott Gymnasium, all of you Bulldog fans out there listening are very familiar with that building. That's where the boys won the regional and the semi-state titles on their way to winning their first ever Class A boys basketball state championship last season. Let's take a look now at the scoring and shooting between the two teams here in the first half. We'll start with the home team, Northeast Dubois, and so far it's really been a 1-2 punch with Bella Cummins and Adelie Kalb leading the way in scoring. Cummins has 12 points, all on threes here in the first half. Bella Cummins made 2 threes in the first quarter, 2 more in the second quarter, a high arcing shot that she has from the outside. And the one senior on this Lady Jeeps team leads the way with 12 points. Adelie Kalb has the other 10 for the Lady Jeeps. She had 5 on a 2 and a 3 in the first quarter, and then made a 3 and a 2 in the second quarter. So Kalb has 10 points. And that's all the scoring for the Lady Jeeps so far. Taylor Fisher, Bailey Warner, Maya Stevens, Lily Geffrich, and also Katie Kleesner have all seen time, but none of them have scored so far for Northeast Dubois. They were 4 of 13 shooting in the first quarter, 4 out of 8 in the second quarter. In total, the Lady Jeeps are 8 of 21 from the floor, 38%. 3-point shooting has been great so far. They were 3 of 5 in the first quarter, 3 out of 6 in the second quarter. The Lady Jeeps are 6 out of 11 from long distance, 55% so far. They have yet to attempt a free throw so far tonight. As far as Orleans goes, Callie Alston leads the way with 9 points in the first half. Callie had 6 in the first quarter, a pair of 2s and a pair of free throws. She scored a three-point play the old-fashioned way in the second quarter to get her to 9 points so far. Chelsea Ralph has 8. She made a 3 and a 2 there in the first quarter. Chelsea then was able to bury a 3 from the left corner in the second quarter to get her to 8 points in the first half. Kalia Alston, the freshman, with a tray in the first quarter. She got a basket for 2 in the second quarter on a drive. Kalia Alston has 5 points. Allie Wolf made a tray in the first quarter. She's got 3 points so far for the Lady Bulldogs. Haley Dilly, Elizabeth Mahan, and Caitlin Gilstrap have seen time, but none of them have scored so far for the Lady Bulldogs. Orleans was 6 of 12 shooting in the first quarter, but it dropped off in the second quarter as the Lady Dogs were just 3 out of 10. So they're 9 of 22 shooting, a modest 41% so far. 3-point shooting, 3 of 6 in the first quarter, 1 out of 2 in the second quarter. So far, 4 out of 8 from behind the arc, good for 50%. And then on the free throws, Orleans was 2 out of 3 in the first quarter and 1 out of 1 in the second quarter. So far, the Lady Dogs are 3 out of 4 on free throws, 75%. It was 17-11, Orleans at the end of the first quarter. The Lady Jeeps rallied in the second quarter to outscore Orleans 11-8, making the score at halftime Orleans 25, Northeast Dubois 22. Bailey Warner and Maya Stevens both have 2 fouls so far for Northeast Dubois in the first half. Leah Alston and Chelsea Ralph both have 2 for the Lady Bulldogs. As far as the rebounds are concerned, Northeast Dubois leads in that category 18-11 over Orleans so far. Leading the way for the Lady Jeeps, Taylor Fisher and Bailey Warner. They both have 4 rebounds. Warner has 2 offensive rebounds. Fisher has 1 so far. Maya Stevens, 3 rebounds, 2 of those on the offensive glass. Lily Geffrich and Bella Cummins both have 2 rebounds. Katie Kleesner and Camille Betts both have a rebound, and Adelie Kalb also has a rebound so far. 18 total for the Lady Jeeps, and 5 of those on the offensive side. For Orleans, 11 rebounds so far. They have 4 girls with 2 rebounds. Hallie Wolf, Kalia Alston, Callie Alston, and Chelsea Ralph all have 2 rebounds in the first half. Callie and Chelsea both have 1 offensive rebound. Orleans has 2 total. Haley Dilly with 1 rebound. Elizabeth Mahan with 1. Caitlin Gilstrap also has an offensive rebound to her credit. 3 offensive rebounds among the 11 total for Orleans. The Lady Jeeps have 9 turnovers. Orleans has given it up 3 times. The Lady Jeeps have 7 assists on 8 made baskets so far. Kalb has 5. Cummins has 2. 5 assists for the Lady Dogs on 9 made baskets. Hallie Wolf and Kalia Alston both have 2 assists. Haley Dilly has 1 so far. Third quarter about to get started here at the Jeep House in Orleans here tonight. And also have a score update from the college side, if this is accurate. Indiana just handled Lindenwood at home tonight in Simon Scott Assembly Hall, 73-53. The final, the live scoring was kind of iffy, to say the least, in the first half. Tucker DeVries led Indiana tonight with 25 points, so the men now 5-0 early on in the season. Second half getting underway. Orleans in the road black uniforms with the red letters and numbers trimmed in the thin white, red and white trim around the rest of the jersey. Bulldog head logo on both sides of the shorts. Chelsea Ralph with a drive down the right side of the lane as the Lady Dogs go from left to right here in the second half. Northeast Dubois going right to left. The Lady Jeeps are in the home white uniforms, blue letters and numbers. Northeast above the number, Dubois below the number on the front of the jersey. Ball gets loose underneath. Maya Stevens able to pick it up, gives it up to Warner. And Bailey Warner missing the layup on the right side as the Lady Dogs get the rebound. Callie Alston gets it up ahead, drives it into the paint, throws up a shot off the glass, won't go. Rebound tipped. Alston got a piece of it and got it up to Ella Cummins, who comes away with the rebound. Up the left side, goes to Stevens in the post, inside to Fisher, right side, and she lays it up and in, drawing the foul as well. The first Lady Jeep, not named Cummins or Kalb, to get a basket here tonight as well. Yeah, both guards are tapped. Fisher with her first 2 of the night. Haley Dilly picks up her second. That'll be the team's first of the quarter as well. So Fisher with 1 free throw. That one on the way. She knocks it down. Came in actually having made all of her free throws. She's now 4 of 4 on the season after making that one, and the lead is down to 2 at 27-25. Lady Jeeps. Callie Alston gets trapped on the left wing. Tries to get it to Kalia. She just barely did. As Bella Cummins was trying to go after the loose basketball, Cummins is going to be called for the reach-in foul from behind. That'll be the the second tonight on Cummins, team's first of the quarter on the Lady Jeeps. 6:57 to go third quarter. Orleans up 27-25. Callie Alston down to Kalia. Nice job getting the layup from the left side of the basket and good. And Kalia Alston, the freshman, will go to the free throw line after scoring her 7th point. It's like the two sisters never played together before or something.
They definitely know where the other is on the floor at all times.
Natalie Cobb will pick up her first foul, team second of the quarter, and that free throw good for Kalia, who came in 3 of 7 on free throws on the young season. 8 points now for the freshman, 30-25. Orleans in front, 6:45 left here in the third quarter. Kyle Bassett, and did a little pirouette step there on the right side of the volleyball line into that trap, and the pivot foot kind of went with her there.
She knew she'd made the mistake just as soon as she spun. It's like, oh.
Now, Coach Cave knew it immediately, too. He just kind of had to move on there. Kalia gets it knocked away from her by Cummins, gets it back, tried to force it to Ralph in the right corner, but the pass went in front of her too far, out of bounds, and Northeast Dubois will get it back. 6:32 to go. Full court pressure from the Lady Bulldogs, who lead at 30-25 over the number 11 team in Class A. Orleans is tied for 5th in this week's Class A poll. Kalb races it across midcourt, bounces short corner left side, and we've got contact away from the ball as Warner tried to skip it to Taylor Fisher on the right side just above the corner. But a foul called before that. Chelsea Ralph is going to be called for the personal this time. That'll be the third on Chelsea tonight. Team second of the quarter, 6:24 to go now. And a little bit of a foul situation for the junior for the Lady Bulldogs. Called a 5-second violation. She was on the U of Dubois right baseline, and the Lady Dogs defended that inbound really well, forcing another turnover.
Great defense.
Lady Jeeps are in double digits on turnovers now tonight. They had 9 in the first half. Kalia Alston into the front court with it. Has it top of the key. As Cummins is all over her. Gives it up to Callie right side. Callie takes it to the free throw line. Nice give and go to Ralph, and she lays it in on the right side for her 12th point.
Really nice play.
32-25. Lead back up to 7. 6 minutes to go in the third. Kalb across the timeline to Fisher. Fires up a 3 from the left corner. Missed it off the back of the rim. It's Ralph down with the rebound. Fisher coming in 1 out of 6 from behind the arc on the season. Ralph brings it ahead, throws it to Callie Alston. Long pass to the left wing. Callie keeps her dribble alive. Gives it up to Dilly. Haley drives in, draws contact. Can't get the layup to go off the lower part of the cylinder, but Haley Dilly will go to the free throw line for the Lady Bulldogs.
It was a good cut, a good drive there.
Haley was hesitant in that first half to take it, but she looked a lot more confident there.
She was going to go to the bucket that time. She was going.
Natalie Kalb commits the foul. That'll be her second, team's third of the quarter. Haley makes the free throw, her first point of the night. She is a 5'7" sophomore, 7.5 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals, 8.5 deflections on average in the first 2 games.
She's quick. She works hard.
She's not big, but she's long. Here's the second one off the front of the rim. Rebound tapped around, and Cummins comes down with it. Haley, by the way, 2 of 6 on free throws coming in, and she just knocked it away from Cummins out of bounds in the front court to the right. 33-25 with 5:33 to go here in the third quarter. By the way, Orleans has scored 6 unanswered after the Lady Jeeps trimmed that lead down to 2. Here's Cummins getting into Kalb right side. Pass deflected. Cummins gets it, gives it to Kalb, but Kalia Alston steps in there, gets it, throws it out in front to her older sister, Callie. Layup left side, up and in off the glass. Callie's got 11 now. Her and Ralph in double figures for the Lady Dogs. It's an 8-0 run now, and the lead is up to 35-25. First time it's been double figures all night. A pass up ahead. Lady Jeeps have a new face in the game, and trying to identify her. She fires a shot from the short corner left side. Can't get it, but there's Warner with the offensive rebound putback. First 2 of the night for Bailey Warner. And it's 35-27 now. It is Greenlee Weininger who's out there. She's a sophomore guard averaging 2 points per game. And a foul was whistled as Kalia Alston controlled the ball left to the top of the key, and that's going to be a big foul for the Lady Jeeps. That's 3 now on Bella Cummins tonight. And that'll be the team's 4th of the quarter, coming with 4:47 to go in the third. Inbound from the far side of the court, Allie Wolf into Haley Dilly. Throws it to Kalia Alston at midcourt. She almost lost it into the backcourt.
Barely got it back across court.
Got to be within an inch of the line there. There's Kalia driving left side, lays it up off the glass. Kalia has come to life with her 10th point. 5 here in the quarter so far. 37-27 with 4:27 to go here in this third quarter. Fouled, top of the key to Warner. From the left side, throws a pass, deflected, stolen. Kalia to Cowley into the front court. Cowley, right side layup is up and in. And timeout, Northeast Dubois. Michael Cave has seen enough. His team is down 12, 39-27 with 4:14 to go here in the third quarter at the Jeep House. You're listening to Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Kirby Hardware has been helping the residents of Orleans keep their homes and farms running smoothly since 1953. Kirby Hardware carries a full line of GE appliances, hardware items, household items, lawn and garden supplies, paint, and a full line of plumbing, all with the knowledge to get you what you need to do the job right the first time. Kirby Hardware open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 7 till 2. Phone them at 812-865-2510. Kirby Hardware at 206 East Jefferson Street.
4:14 to go here in the third quarter on the first the scoreboard here at the Jeep House. I've got to remember we're on Gold 98.7 tonight, not WKLO. So used to saying that during games, and then you switch over to another broadcast that old habits die hard on that one. So the Lady Bulldogs are up by 12 at 39-27. Northeast Dubois called that timeout. Coming down to the halfway point of the third quarter. Here is Bella Cummins to Adelie Kolb, left to right in the front court. Again, Northeast Dubois going right to left here in the second half as Kolb launches a deep three. That one hits the left side of the backboard. Scramble for it on the floor. Ralph gets down to get her hands on it. She gets tied up there as Greenlee Weininger was the one who tied her up, and Weininger forcing the jump ball that'll keep it with the Lady Jeeps.
The Ladies playing really good, solid defense, and they're hustling. They're after that ball.
Here is the inbound from Kolb on the left baseline. Out to Weininger straight away. Weininger throws it down to Kolb in the right corner. Back out to Weininger, but the pass is deflected and stolen, and there's a foul there. Weininger trying to stop Haley Dilly from taking it down to the other end of the floor, and Greenlee Weininger is going to pick up the personal, the sophomore. That'll be her first, and that'll be the team's fifth of the quarter on the Lady Jeeps. 2 shots coming for Haley Dilly, who went 1 of 2 her last trip. She is 3 of 8 at the free throw line on the season for this Orleans team. Orleans coming in, struggling from the line mightily in the first 2 games. Just 45%, 13 of 29 as a team. So far tonight, though, the Lady Dogs are 4 out of 5, 5 out of 7 in this game. 6 out of 8. Dilly knocks that in for her second point. About the only thing Haley hasn't done tonight is score, but that's starting to come to fruition now as Kolb checks out for the Lady Jeeps, and then for her is Taylor Fisher, who's back in there. Second free throw, that's off the front of the rim this time. Rebound tipped twice. Ralph apparently got a piece of it at the end. She was a little frustrated she couldn't get to it before Maya Stevens.
She was trying to get a fingertip on it and roll it back, but it didn't work.
Stevens, Warner, Weininger, Cummins, and Fisher on the floor for Northeast Dubois. Weininger gets it up ahead on the left side from Cummins, throws a pass wide of Stevens. Haley Dilly able to get out of the double team on the right baseline. Up ahead to Kalia Alston. Deep down the floor to Cowley, left side of the basket. Out to Ralph on the wing. Pulls up. Mid-range jumper. Short off the front of the rim, 14 feet away. Rebound down to Cummins. Gets it up ahead now to Fisher. Takes it to the free throw line. Ball knocked loose. Stolen. Haley Dilly running the other way with it. Transfers over to the right side into Cummins. Layup. Left it off the side of the rim. Cummins got the rebound, and the foul is going to be whistled on Haley Dilly of Orleans. She missed the layup, and Cummins was right there to draw the contact. A foul on Haley will be her third, and that'll be team foul number 3 here in the third quarter. And now we've got a new player in there, Graylee Bukta. She's a freshman guard, threw a pass to Fisher that was stolen. Elizabeth Mahan in there for Orleans, and then Kalia Alston catching it at the volleyball line, double dribbles as she goes down to the top of the arc. A turnover back over to Northeast Dubois. And now we've got Graylee Bukta in there. Bukta is spelled B-U-C-H-E-A. averaging 1.5 points per game, 1.3 rebounds. Bailey Warner, checks out for Northeast Dubois. So the lineup now is Adelie Kolb, along with Bella Cummins. There's a pass that's deflected away. That goes off of Bukta. Callie Alston steals it, takes it to the rim, lays it up off the glass and good straight away. 15 points on the night for Callie. The lead is out to 42-27. 2:47 to go here in the third quarter. Orleans has gone on a 15-2 run here in the third to stretch this lead out. Cummins throws a pass ahead. Fisher, but it's deflected away. Ralph knocks it away in the short corner on the right side as Caitlin Gilstrap will check in for Orleans, replacing Ralph, who has 3 fouls. 6'1" senior Caitlin Gilstrap came in with 2 points, averaging 4 rebounds in the first 2 games. The inbound from Kolb to Cummins on the right wing. Down to the corner, Kolb, high arcing shot. Left that one off the side of the rim. Mahan gathers the rebound. Elizabeth has it for Orleans. Throws it ahead. There's Callie Alston to the left corner. Out to the wing to Kalia. Kalia drives in. Shot off the backboard. Too strong. Rebound tipped around twice. Somehow Kalia came down with it, but she saved it into Adelie Kolb in the short corner on the left. And as Kolb's bringing it back across the timeline on the right, she is fouled from behind. That foul will be on Elizabeth Mahan, trying to prevent the run out. The foul on the senior at 5'5". That'll be her first and the team's fourth of the quarter. 2:18 left here. Clock running here in this third quarter. 42-27. Orleans in charge against Northeast Dubois, number 5 in Class A, leading number 11. Well, that pass almost got away from Bukta, but she was able to recover before the Lady Dogs spotted it. Warner has it at the volleyball line, goes to Kolb with it right side. Back out to Warner. Kalia Alston guarding her in the man-to-man defense. Gives it to Kolb on the right wing. Adelie Kolb backs it out now to the volleyball line. Goes to Cummins in the half-court circle. Left side, open shot there for Bukta. She misses that one long off the right side of the rim. Scramble for the rebound, and Kolb is able to get it on the weak side for Dubois. She fires up a right-wing 3 short. Got her own rebound, though, at the top of the key. Kolb lines up another one straight away. This one's off the heel of the rim. And we've got, apparently the ball bounced up, and I guess it grazed the strap there above the backboard. So they're saying it's out of bounds off of the Kolb miss, and Orleans will get it back. Usual. I guess, I saw the strap shake a little bit. I guess it clipped it up there. Kind of a weird angle. Here is Callie Alston. Got it from Kalia. Dribbles to the free throw line. Goes left wing with it to Elizabeth Mahan. Into a double team. Mahan gets it out of there. Now has to fight off the defender, but a foul is going to be called here on Graylee Bukta, the freshman guard for Northeast Dubois, who stands at about 5'5". That's going to be the first on Bukta tonight, and that'll be the team's 6th of the quarter overall. Elizabeth Mahan will step up to the line now for the Lady Bulldogs. First time she's been to the line. I take that back. She was 0 for 2 coming in. She misses that first one off the right side.
Shot that one a little quick. Slow down just a little.
She hasn't scored yet so far. This is the third game of the season. Lily Geffrich checks out, the sophomore forward. In for her is Bailey Warner. Taylor Fisher, Bailey Warner. Second free throw. Rolls around the rim and falls in.
Took time to look at it. She's trying to shoot too fast the first time.
First point of her senior season, Elizabeth Mahan. Coming down to the final minute of the third quarter. There's a pass. Bukta throws it from the left side. Kalia Alston takes it away at the top, drives the other way. Left side layup won't go. Gilstrap got the rebound underneath. And a jump ball once again. And the arrow favoring Orleans. Kalia not able to get under control enough to finish the layup. Substitution as Bukta checks out for Northeast Dubois. In for her is Avery Hope. The first time we've seen the sophomore. She stands about 5'6". Haley Dilly, the inbound to Kalia Alston straight away. She'll drive it left all the way in for the 2 off the glass. That's 12 for Kalia Alston. The lead has ballooned now to 45-27. Dubois has not scored for a long time in this third quarter.
Orleans' defense is just fantastic.
It's turning into offense, too, which is what the Lady Dogs thrive on. Working around the perimeter. Cummins left side to Kolb, right of the half-court circle. Back to Cummins on the left at the volleyball spike line. Cummins will take it toward the basket. Open lane, drives it. Layup off the glass, too strong. Kalia Alston gathers the rebound. Goes up the left side of the floor with it. Gives it to Callie at half court. 15 seconds to go. Out to Allie Wolf. 3 from the right corner. It hit the side of the rim. The rebound bounced off the backboard, and then Bailey Warner collects it along the baseline. Up ahead now, it's called. Throws it right to Mahan. Fisher, the intended target. Mahan throws it up from half court. Won't go. Alston tried to tip it. Kalia, that is. And that is the end of the third quarter. Mahan missing from half court left side. Kalia tried to tip it back up there, but unsuccessful as the end of the third quarter comes with Orleans leading Northeast Dubois 35-27. You're listening to Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball here on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Kirby Hardware has been helping the residents of Orleans keep their homes and farms running smoothly since 1953. Kirby Hardware carries a full line of GE appliances, hardware items, household items, lawn and garden supplies, paint, and a full line of plumbing, all with the knowledge to get you what you need to do the job right the first time. Kirby Hardware open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 7 till 2. Phone them at 812-865-2510. Kirby Hardware at 206 East Jefferson Street.
Fourth quarter about to get started here at the Jeep House here on the campus of Northeast Dubois Junior Senior High School in the town of Dubois, along with our statistician and analyst Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play story. Glad to have you with us tonight here on Gold 98.7, 1560 WSEZ. Orleans won that third quarter 20-5.
Wow.
And we've got a foul coming up. And by the way, the Lady Dogs finished that quarter on an 18-2 run. It was a 2-point game early in the third, and then Orleans blew it open with their combination of offense and defense. Haley Dilly just got called for her fourth personal foul. That'll be the team's first of the quarter. So Elizabeth Mahan, who thought she was going to get to take a break for a few minutes, she's right back out there again, joining the Alston sisters, Chelsea Ralph and Hallie Wolf, I should say. Lady Jeeps, Adelie Caldwell inbound from the U of Dubois. Into the corner it goes to Maya Stevens on the right. Stevens takes a dribble, gives it out to Cummins. Deep three behind the top of the arc. Missed that one off the front of the rim, and Cald grabs the long rebound in that right corner. And then another foul is going to be called on Orleans, and this time Elizabeth Mahan gets called for the personal. That'll be the second on Elizabeth tonight, and that'll be the team's second here in the quarter as well. Coach Gilbert did not agree with the call. Kalb has it right side, passes it left side to Cummins. Bella will take it between the circles. The one senior on this Northeast Dubois team bounces out to Kalb at the half-court circle. Kalb with it, 27-26 and counting here in the fourth quarter. So Fisher on the right or left wing. Up top, now Cummins, dribbles short corner left side. That shot rims in and out. Rebound underneath to Stevens, sticks it back up. It rolls in for her around the rim and down. First two of the night for Maya Stevens. All five starters have now scored for the Lady Jeeps as we approach 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. As Callie Alston, left elbow, out to the corner now to Ralph. Takes it up to the wing. Inside, Callie Alston open, lays it up and in.
Nice pass.
Turn around and lay it in. 14 now for Kalia Alston on the contest. And it is all Lady Dogs right now. 47-29. The tally here at the Jeep House. Stevens gets it at the left elbow from Kalb. Gets it back. Now goes over to Fisher on the right wing. Taylor Fisher looking for Bella Cummins. Has it between the circles. 47-29 Orleans. Fisher gets it right side. Dribbles to the elbow. Ball gets knocked away. It is loose. And how about another tie-up for good measure? Stevens and Kalia Alston getting the tie-up there. Orleans will take over on the turnover. We've had a lot less of that in the second half, but still, it's been a nice running tally on the tie-ups tonight.
Been a bunch of them.
Lady Dogs in that last quarter were able to make 8 field goals. They did not make a 3. They were only 0 for 2 from the outside. So they're 4 out of 10 right now from long range.
Nice
inside. There's Ralph. Got it on the right block. Laid it off the glass and good. She's got 14.
A little quick drop step and roll. laid it in.
She's got good post moves, and she's just got to trust those moves sometimes, though. Here's Fisher. A three blocked. Callie Alston got a piece of that one. Then Kalia gets the rebound, throws it ahead to Callie anyway. Drives it left side, lays it up off the glass. It's good, and she draws the contact on Bailey Warner of Northeast Dubois. A foul on Warner will be her third, and that will be the team's first here in the fourth quarter. 5 minutes and 59 seconds to go. Orleans has taken the lead out to 22 as Coach Cave wants a timeout with 5:59 to go. 51-29, Orleans leading Northeast Dubois. You're listening to Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball on Gold 98.7 WSEZ. Well, sorry about that. We're having a little bit of an issue trying to get our commercial to play there, but nevertheless, 5:59 to go here in the fourth quarter. Orleans is up by 22 on Northeast Dubois. The tally right now shows the Lady Dogs winning 51-29. Number 5 in Class A, Orleans, visiting number 11 in Class A, Northeast Dubois, here tonight at the Jeep House on the campus of Northeast Dubois Junior-Senior High School, along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play. It is the Lady Dogs in control, and in this second half, Orleans has outscored Northeast Dubois 26-7. This game's totally gotten away, but it's been the offense, or the defense rather, sparking the offense here in the second half.
Orleans defense has just been super great tonight. They are, once they get the ball, they're scoring with it. They're not hesitating to go to the bucket.
Free throw is good on the old-fashioned three-point play for Callie Alston. She's got her season average of 18 so far here in this infant season for Orleans. And Bella Cummins with it across the timeline over to Adelie Kolb on the left side. Gives it up to Lily Geffrich there at center court. Geffrich back to Kolb on the left side. She'll circle it around to the right. Bounces to Cummins on the wing extended. Cummins trying to get it to the baseline. Turns, gets it out to Geffrich at the volleyball line between the circles. Now to Kolb, left corner three on the way, knocks it in. First time Adelie Kolb has scored here in the second half. She's got 13. The lead is trimmed back to 20 at 52-32. 5:20 left here in the fourth quarter. Callie Alston to Chelsea Ralph on the right wing of the front court. Chelsea apparently moved the pivot foot just a little bit there with Maya Stevens guarding her in the man-to-man, and the turnover will give it back to Northeast Dubois. Taylor Fisher going to check back in for the Lady Jeeps, and she will replace Bailey Warner in the lineup. Meanwhile, Caitlin Gilstrap is coming back in for the Lady Bulldogs. She will replace Chelsea Ralph out there on the court. And Orleans with the 20-point lead, going to play defense here yet again as Cummins gets it ahead to Fisher on the right wing. To Kolb, just below the half-court circle, out to Cummins. Deep three, high archer, got it to go from the left wing. First points of the half for Bella Cummins. She had 12 in the first half. She now has 15 on the night.
She can shoot the ball.
Lead is trimmed to 17. Less than 5 minutes to go. Callie Alston driving left side. The foul going to be called on the floor. She was headed toward the basket, but there was a lot of contact between two Lady Jeeps defenders, and the guilty player on the foul is Taylor Fisher for the Lady Jeeps. That'll be her second. That'll be the team's second of the fourth quarter. 4:51 remaining, and Orleans up by 17. Allie Wolf from the tee of northeast on the left baseline into Callie Alston in the left corner. Callie dribbles up top, gives it to her sister Kalia, the freshman, who has it at the front of the half-court circle. Kalia gets a Mahan screen, drives it left, gives it up to Callie in the corner. Callie pulls up to the left elbow. Tried to kick it out to Kalia, went by her, but she did gather it along the sideline, drives it, kicks it to Wolf in the left corner. Wolf drives, throws it too hard off the glass, rebound, put back. Gilstrap can't get that to go. Rebound gets knocked out to Mahan. And then she gets it back out to Kalia Alston to reset the offense for the Lady Dogs. 4:17 left. Kalia to Callie, right wing this time from between the circles. Callie takes it to the free throw line, straight away to Mahan. Elizabeth takes a couple of dribbles and gives it out to Kalia on the left side. She'll back it out to the spike line now, takes it to the nose of the Jeep watermark out there at midcourt. Over to Mahan right side. Elizabeth looking for the backdoor cut. It's not there. She'll give it out to Callie now at the spike line. Now to Kalia, who comes back to get it at the half-court circle. Callie now has it back again on the right side. Callie drives it down the lane left side. That's an easy layup for Callie Alston. She's got 20 after making that one.
Right down the lane and to the bucket.
54-35. 3.5 minutes to go in the fourth. Adelie Kolb gets it left side. Straight away to Fisher between the circles. Fisher back to Kolb. Kolb has it, looking for Cummins. Cummins has it left wing, deep three if she takes it, turns, gets it 15 feet away, looks down low for Stevens, missed her entirely as it goes out of bounds under the basket, and the Lady Dogs will get it back. Bailey Warner back in there replacing Maya Stevens, who has had her share of difficulties tonight, as have the entire Lady Jeeps roster, by the way. They've had a lot of issues up front, even with the size they have with Fisher and Warner, who stand about 5'9", both of them, but they've had a hard time stopping Orleans in the second half.
They can't get any consistency now on either end of the court.
Working around Wolf to Ralph, fires a three, missed it short from the left corner off the side rim. Rebound gathered in, and Kolb is the one who comes out of there with it for the Lady Jeeps. Gives it to Cummins across the timeline to the right. Cummins has it now between the circles with 2:54 and counting. Takes it over to the left wing now. Stops, backs it out now to the top, throws a pass, Ralph steps in, steals it. Chelsea driving up the floor left side, goes to the basket on Cummins, can't get the layup to go. Dilly trying to get the rebound, but Cummins is the one who comes out of there with it. And then a steal. Callie Alston gets it on the pass in the backcourt, gets it to Ralph, back to Callie, three, off the front of the rim, rebound to Haley Dilly, left side, has to turn around, trying to find her way out of there. Coach Gilbert able to call a timeout just before a jump ball could be called again. With 2:27 to go here in the fourth quarter, it's Orleans in the driver's seat, 54-35 over the Lady Jeeps. You're listening to Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Kirby Hardware has been helping the residents of Orleans keep their homes and farms running smoothly since 1953. Kirby Hardware carries a full line of GE appliances, hardware items, household items, lawn and garden supplies, paint, and a full line of plumbing, all with the knowledge to get you what you need to do the job right the first time. Kirby Hardware open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 7 till 2. Phone them at 812-865-2510. Kirby Hardware at 206 East Jefferson Street.
2 minutes and 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, 54-35. Northeast Dubois trailing Orleans, the number 11 team in Class A, trailing the number 5 team in Class A here at the Jeep House in Dubois, along with our statistician and analyst Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play. Second half has been basically all Lady Bulldogs. They've outscored Northeast Dubois 29-13 here in the second half. It was 20-5 in the third quarter. The Lady Jeeps have been more competitive here in the fourth. It's only 9-8 Orleans, but as things stand right now, that third quarter is going to end up making the ultimate difference tonight.
That definitely is the nail in the coffin.
That's not something we've seen in the last two matchups. It's been close to the end. Kick ball on the inbound. Bella Cummins sticking the foot out against Allie Wolf. Cummins is about 5'6". Wolf is 5'6". There are no heights listed on the Northeast Dubois roster. You get the class and their number, but that's it. The inbound thrown over Callie Alston, and Adelie Kolb picks it up at the left elbow. Ahead to Warner, or rather Cummins, and that three, wow, that was 25 feet away, and she knocked that through the cylinder for her 18th point.
Not leave that gal open. She's a shooter. She's done that all night.
She was only 6 of 36 coming in tonight, by the way.
Oh.
She's now made 6 threes in one game.
Yeah.
And she's missed 1, 2, 3, 4. She's 6 out of 10 tonight, 6 of 36 coming in. So she's raised her percentage, no doubt about that. Kalia Alston, nice backdoor to Ralph. Layup, rolls around the rim, falls in from the right side. Chelsea's got 16, the assist to the freshman. 56-38, 142 and counting here in the fourth. The Lady Jeeps about to clear the bench. And they will sub a whole new 5 into the contest, including Avery Hope, the sophomore forward with 3 points on the season, as well as Rayleigh Bupta. We saw her in the third quarter, along with Camille Betts, as well as, let's see, who else is out there? We also have Katie Kleesner out there on the floor as well. So those are the 5 for the Lady Jeeps. Here's a pass that comes from Bukta, stolen away. Haley Dilly goes coast to coast, left side layup, left it off the side of the rim. Rebound to Betts behind her, and back the other way come the Lady Jeeps. With it now is Bukta, throws it down low to Avery Hope, and she turns around. She draws a foul, and this one will be on Chelsea Ralph. And Coach Gilbert beside himself about that foul call.
Chelsea can't believe it's on her either.
That's going to be her fourth, and that'll be the team's third of the quarter with 1:21 to go. Good thing they're up 18 right now.
Yeah. She's just smiling at it, but she's like, what happened?
Avery Hope knocks in the first free throw. Her first point of the night. That's her first free throw attempt of the season, by the way. Allie Wolf, Kalia Alston, Haley Dilly, Callie Alston, and Chelsea Ralph all check out for Orleans. A whole new five out there with Hanley Atchison, 5'7" and a freshman. Played against Shoals the other night, had 2 steals, 1 rebound, 1 deflection. Hope knocks in the second free throw. She's got 2 now, 56-40 the score. Also, Elizabeth Mahan, the senior, back out there for the Lady Bulldogs. We also have Caitlin Gilstrap, the 6'1" senior. And then also on the floor, Annabelle Fleming, 5'7" junior. No points yet on the season so far. See if that changes tonight. And also have Braylon Clip out there, the 5'3" sophomore. She got 2 points against Shoals on Tuesday night. Less than a minute to go here in the quarter. Mahan has it stolen. It is Grayley Bukta who takes it away, and she drives in for a layup, drawing the foul on Elizabeth Mahan as she was going to the basket. That'll be the third foul tonight on Elizabeth, and that'll be the team's fourth of the quarter. That'll send Grayley Bukta to the free throw line for 2 shots. She has not been to the line until just now in the 5th game of the season for the Lady Jeeps. First free throw, a high archer, misses it off the front of the rim. 1 more shot coming. The Lady Jeeps, by the way, are now 3 out of 4 on free throws tonight. They have not been to the line very much at all. Second free throw, Bukta eyes it, puts it up. Hits the front rim, back rim, off the backboard, and rolls in. First point of the night for Grayley Bukta. The lead is down to 15 at 56-41 with 45 seconds to go across the timeline. Hanley Atchison gets it away right side to Mahan. Elizabeth drives by her defender, goes into Betts, and Betts says, nope, not going to get that over me. She blocked it. Elizabeth was just a little too bold that time going against the 6'1" center, a freshman, Camille Betts, who got her 4th block of the season there. On the other end, a drive baseline and a blocking foul is called as Greenlee Weininger was driving it to the basket. That'll be the 5th foul of the quarter on the Lady Bulldogs. And this foul will be called on Caitlin Gilstrap. That'll be her second. So the Lady Jeeps are in the double bonus for the remaining 24.4 seconds. Weininger at the line, her first free throw off the front of the rim short. She's looking for her first point of the night. All the bench points for Northeast Dubois have come on free throws. 3 bench points, 3 out of 4 or 3 out of 5, now 4 out of 6. Weininger gets that one to roll in off the front rim. The lead is cut back to 14. There's a steal in the backcourt. Bukta takes it away, gives it to Weininger straight away. Weininger drives it right side, lost the ball on her way in, then got it stolen as Hanley Atchison comes out of there with it. Hanley takes it up the floor, throws it out to Clip on the right wing. Braylon going to try to dribble this out. Final 5 seconds. Gives it to Atchison. Atchison dribbling near the timeline with 2 seconds. Turns around, and she'll run out the clock here at the Jeep House tonight. A nice win for the Orleans Lady Bulldogs here in the early season on the road as Orleans takes the victory tonight over Northeast Dubois by a final score of 56-42 here on the campus of Northeast Dubois Junior-Senior High School tonight. The Lady Bulldogs are now 3-0 to start the season after the win tonight. They've got 2 victories over blue-chip conference opponents. And it is also the win in their road opener tonight as well. Northeast Dubois, meanwhile, has lost 3 in a row. They fall to 2-3 overall and are now 1-3 here in the Jeep House this season. We will go into our WSEZ postgame report. On the other side of the break, we'll have final stats and analysis. We'll also talk to Orleans head coach Jared Gilbert about tonight's win as well. And we'll look ahead to Saturday when the Lady Bulldogs host a matinee against Bar Reeve. All of that coming up on our WSEZ postgame show. The Lady Bulldogs victorious tonight, 56-42 over the Lady Jeeps. You're listening to coverage of Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball here on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Orleans Auto Value Parts emphasizes the importance of maintaining your current vehicle amidst rising new car prices. They are your local auto value dealer offering affordable, high-quality auto parts with reliable service. At Auto Value, you can find a comprehensive selection to keep your car, truck, SUV, or tractor performing at its best. They stock Deca and Interstate batteries, custom-make hoses, and provide paint mixing services to match any vehicle color on the road. Operating hours are convenient, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Visit them at 153 West Washington Street in Orleans or reach out by phone at 812-865-4444. Whether you need routine maintenance items or specific parts to enhance your vehicle's performance, Orleans Auto Value Parts is dedicated to meeting your automotive needs with quality products and expert service.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat Loose-Fill Insulation System makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat Insulation System by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
It is a victory tonight on the road for the Orleans Lady Bulldogs. It is the first road game of the season for the Lady Bulldogs as well, and they passed this test pretty much with flying colors tonight here at the Jeep House on the campus of Northeast Dubois Junior-Senior High School here in the town of Dubois, where tonight the Orleans varsity team goes on the road and wins by a final score of 56-42. Orleans is now 3-0 to start the new season, tied for 5th in this week's rankings in Class A. And the Lady Jeeps of Northeast Dubois have now reached a 3-game losing streak after taking the loss here tonight. The number 11 team in Class A falls to 2-3 overall and 1-3 here on their home court after tonight's result. We welcome you to our WSEZ postgame show here on Gold 98.7. 1560 WSEZ, streaming online at WSEZ987.com, and also on YouTube tonight, and Gold at 98.7 WSEZ as well, as along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play story. This is a really nice early season win for this Orleans Lady Bulldogs team here on the road tonight, picking up the victory against a scrappy bunch in Northeast Dubois. Lost a tremendous senior class a year ago after making a run all the way to the semi-state championship, basically the Final Four of Class A girls basketball, where they fell to Borden in Shelbyville at the Bill Garrett Arena back in February. Borden, of course, went on to win the Class A state title. It was the furthest Northeast Dubois had made it since 2012, but that senior class, including Emerson Kolb and Kenzie Cave, among others, all moved on, and this young Lady Jeeps team certainly took their lumps tonight, especially in the second half, in a game that featured one tie that came in the first quarter at 8 apiece. There were 2 lead changes. Both of those also occurred in the first quarter tonight as well. So a nice win tonight for Orleans. Wasn't always pretty, but it usually is going to be a little bit of a struggle anytime you play a team that plays as physical and as sound as Northeast Dubois does. That was certainly the case tonight here at the Jeep House. So let's take a look at our final scoring and shooting tonight. First for the Lady Jeeps in this one, Bella Cummins ends up leading the way tonight in scoring. She had 18 points total. 12 of those came in the first half on 4 trays. Cummins was quiet in the third quarter scoring, but she made 2 more 3-point shots there in the fourth quarter to get her to that total of 18 points tonight. Again, that's Bella Cummins. Came in the leading scorer, averaging 9.3 points per game, so she essentially doubled her scoring average with her marksmanship from behind the arc tonight for this Lady Jeeps team. Meantime, the only other double-figure scorer was Adelie Kalb, and Kalb was able to score 13 points tonight. She had 10 of her 13 in the first half. She was able to make a three-point shot there in the fourth quarter to get her to that total of 13 on the night. After that, pretty balanced scoring. Taylor Fisher converted a three-point play the old-fashioned way in the third quarter. She finishes her night with 3 points. Bailey Warner got a 2 in the third quarter. Maya Stevens also getting a basket there in the fourth quarter. And then Avery Hope with a couple of free throws there in the fourth quarter, as Warner, Stevens, and Hope all finished with 2 points apiece. 2 points apiece for Northeast Dubois. And then Grayley Bukta, 1 of 2 at the free throw line in the fourth quarter. Greenlee Weininger also 1 out of 2 in the fourth quarter from the line, as Weininger and Bukta both finished with 1 point tonight for Northeast Dubois. Lily Geffrich and Kaylee Kleesner saw time along with Camille Betts, but none of those girls were able to score tonight for the Lady Jeeps, who shot 6 out of 15 in the second half and end up shooting 14 out of 36 tonight for 39%. They were 0 for 4 from behind the arc in the third quarter, 3 out of 5 in the fourth quarter. The Lady Jeeps end up shooting 3 of 9 in the second half and knocked down 9 out of 20 from long distance tonight, good for 45%. The Lady Jeeps were shooting roughly 20% from behind the arc coming into this game. Free throw shooting all occurred in the second half. The Lady Jeeps go 5 out of 7 at the stripe for 71%. On the other side for Orleans, 3 in double figures tonight. Callie Alston led all scorers with 20 points in this win tonight for Orleans. Callie had 9 in the first half. She got 3 baskets, all for 2 in the third quarter. Scored a 3-point play the old-fashioned way early in the fourth quarter and added another layup late, as Callie ends up scoring 20 to pace the Lady Bulldogs tonight. Chelsea Ralph had a really good game all the way around. She had 8 in the first half. She got a couple of baskets for 2 in the third quarter, 2 more in the fourth quarter. So Chelsea scores 8 points in each half and ends up with 16 points for the Lady Bulldogs tonight. Meantime, Kalia Alston had her best offensive showcase to date here in the early season. The freshman had 5 in the first half, scored 7 in the third quarter, a 3-point play the old-fashioned way with a couple other baskets going to the rim, and then another layup in the fourth quarter. Kalia with 14 tonight for Orleans. Meantime, Hallie Wolf buried a tray there in the first quarter. She finished her night with 3 points. Haley Dilly, 2 out of 4 on free throws in the third quarter. She finished her night with 2 points. And Elizabeth Mahan knocked down 1 out of 2 free throws in the third, 1 point, and the only bench point tonight for the Lady Bulldogs. Caitlin Gilstrap got in there and saw some time there late. Braylon Clipp, along with Hanley Atchison, as well as Annabelle Fleming, I think also got in there as well. And they did not score for the Lady Bulldogs, who made 13 out of 27 shots in the second half, 8 of 15 in the third, 5 out of 12 in the fourth. In total, Orleans shoots 22 out of 49 tonight for 45%. They were 0 for 2 in the third and fourth quarters, respectively, tonight from behind the arc. They shoot 4 out of 12, 33% in total tonight. Free throw shooting, 5 out of 8 in the second half. The Lady Dogs go 8 of 12, raising their percentage, making 67% from the line tonight. It was 17-11, Orleans at the end of the first quarter. The Lady Jeeps won the second quarter, 11-8, making the score at halftime, 25-22 Orleans. It was 20-5 Orleans in that pivotal third quarter as they led 45-27 heading into the fourth and final frame. Lady Jeeps outscored Orleans 15-11 in the fourth quarter to get the victory, as the Lady Bulldogs get the victory tonight, 56-42 over Northeast Dubois. Head coach Jared Gilbert joins us now in our WSEZ post-game report. Lady Bulldogs picking up a really nice win on the road tonight. And, Coach, that JV game certainly didn't go their way tonight. You kind of wonder, well, what's the varsity going to look like after the way that went down? But the girls came out ready to go, and a little shaky early, but they stabilized themselves pretty quickly after that.
Yeah, we talked about it would probably be a game of runs and not to get too high or too low like we talked about in the pregame. And,
right.
I thought they did a pretty good job of that when they made their runs. I mean, they got the cowgirl and the Cummins girl, yeah. She's I know her by number. I remember their number, not so much their names, but she got the hot hand, and we knew coming in we had to really know where she was. Well, then it changed our game plan a little bit. Of now we got to know where Cal is as well. So it was, and we knew she was capable, but she hadn't really done that thus far this year, and she got hot, so we had to really be aware of both of them. And I thought we did a pretty good job of making it tough there in the second half. But in the first half we lost them a few times, and they definitely made us pay.
Yeah, and Cummins also didn't help that she made a couple of deep threes trying to stretch out your defense as well. But it seemed like even though she was hitting those shots, your girls were able to get on a little bit of a run there late first, early second quarter, got a little bit of an advantage, and that helped you there going into the late part of the second quarter.
Yeah, definitely. I think we did a nice job of taking advantage of some runs there and stretching that lead up, and then it seemed like every time we'd make a run, they'd make one right back and make some big shots to stay within reach, and we just couldn't put them away. I thought we fought some foul trouble there in the first half where we had to set some people, but we had some other people really step up and play some good minutes for us, and that's what we got to have. We got to make sure that they understand that that's what good teams are able to do. Even when we're in foul trouble, other people step in and be able to play big roles for us.
Well, one of those players who played a big role, and I know she only got the one free throw, but Elizabeth Mahan went out there, did a great job defensively for you all, even with the foul trouble that had occurred throughout the night. And Elizabeth really took the challenge head on, trying to guard some of their perimeter players, and was somebody who did a great job stepping up. And then Hallie Wolf and Haley Dilly also stepping up on the defensive end as well.
Oh, yeah. I think all of them are very capable defenders, and they do a really good job of working hard and doing what we ask. And they can be a handful for the other team's players. And we feel like we got a few people we can rotate there. Liz come in and be someone that can cause some havoc and really give us some energy off the bench. And that's one of the reasons we like bringing her in, because of her energy level. And she's done a nice job, and that's what we need out of her. And then, of course, like you said, Haley and Hallie both very, very capable defenders as well.
And obviously, Coach, it was a three-point game at halftime. He had it up to 9 at one point. Dubois made a bit of a run, as we mentioned there. But then third quarter, your defense starts turning into offense, getting out in transition, playing at the speed you wanted the game to be played. You talked about tempo before the game, and third quarter was where you really got your tempo established tonight.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about that at halftime of, creating. We felt like we could turn them over, with our traps and things there in the half court and the full court. And we thought they'd struggled at times when we did make those runs, and we felt like we just needed to do it without fouling and getting in foul trouble. And I thought there in the third quarter we did a pretty good job of that. We took advantage of that, and then we went and scored off of those turnovers, which is probably what we do best. And if we can turn it over and get out and run, that's really a game and the type of tempo that we want.
Oh, that ended up being 20-5 in that third quarter, and obviously defense turning into offense. But, Coach, even when you were in the half court, your movement was good. The cuts were good on the back door. Obviously, the Alston sisters, like they've never played together before. They found each other a lot. Chelsea got in there as well, and so you also got some good rhythm there as well.
Yeah, we did. I thought once we got up, they were going to have to scramble a little bit, do some things maybe they didn't want to do, and they couldn't sit in the zone. And I felt like if we would just have movement and be patient, we could get a lot of good looks, like just hard cuts. And we did a pretty good job of reading that and seeing that, not settling for maybe a good shot. We wanted to get a great shot, and I thought for the most part we did there when we were on a run there.
Callie and Chelsea lead the way again. Kalia had her first good offensive night. Obviously, it's only the third game. Right. It's her freshman year, of course, but it seemed like Kalia got a lot of confidence tonight, not just with her passing, but also her ability to get to the rim.
Yeah, that's something she definitely can do, and obviously knock down shots. We've seen that, but she does so much for us, handling the ball, and she can rebound well. She sees the floor well, and definitely has a knack for seeing her sister up the floor. She does a good job of getting her the ball. So, and she's rewarding her sister for running the floor hard, too, which is always what you want with your bigs. You keep them running hard, and you get them the ball, and they go score. So that always helps them, too.
No doubt. Well, a nice win tonight on the road here at Northeast Dubois. But, Coach, you only have a short amount of time to enjoy this, because Saturday here comes a matinee against a potential sectional opponent in Bar Reeve. And the Lady Vikings started their season on Tuesday with Linton, lost a close game there, but a few girls back from last year's team and some experience, but a team that you're very familiar with. This will only be the fifth time now in the last 2 calendar years you've played this team.
Right, yeah, it's a team we're really familiar with. Always a tough matchup. They're very well coached. They're very good defensively, and it'll be another great challenge. And like we talked about this whole week, as we've kind of looked at it as a sectional week, and this is the sectional championship. So it's good practice for that. we've got there. Now we got to finish it off on Saturday. So.
Yeah, plus it'll also be an earlier game, too. So after playing at night 3 games, now you got to see how your team adjusts to playing in a matinee format.
That's right. That's the first time this year of that. So that'll be a good test for us as well.
All right, sounds good. Coach Gilbert, congratulations to you and the girls on a nice win tonight here on the road, and we'll look forward to seeing you all on Saturday back at the Doghouse with Bar Reed.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Right. Jared Gilbert joining us here at our WSEZ post-game show as his Lady Bulldogs are victorious on the road tonight here at Northeast Dubois. 56-42 ends up being the final score tonight as Orleans improves to 3-0 on the season. And as for the Lady Bulldogs, scoring went through that already, went through the score by quarter. So what else do we have here? We got the additional statistics to get through as well. Actually, let's go ahead and take a break right here. Before we do that, we'll continue with our WSEZ postgame show on the other side of this break. You're listening to Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball here on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
And now, more top tracks of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You're locked into Gold 98.7 and 1560 WSEZ. Paoli.
Kirby Hardware has been helping the residents of Orleans keep their homes and farms running smoothly since 1953. Kirby Hardware carries a full line of GE appliances, hardware items, household items, lawn and garden supplies, paint, and a full line of plumbing, all with the knowledge to get you what you need to do the job right the first time. Kirby Hardware open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 7 till 2. Phone them at 812-865-2510. Kirby Hardware at 206 East Jefferson Street. Orleans Auto Value Parts emphasizes the importance of maintaining your current vehicle amidst rising new car prices. They are your local auto value dealer offering affordable, high-quality auto parts with reliable service. At Auto Value, you can find a comprehensive selection to keep your car, truck, SUV, or tractor performing at its best. They stock Deca and Interstate batteries, custom-make hoses, and provide paint mixing services to match any vehicle color on the road. Operating hours are convenient, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Visit them at 153 West Washington Street in Orleans or reach out by phone at 812-865-4444. Whether you need routine maintenance items or specific parts to enhance your vehicle's performance, Orleans Auto Value Parts is dedicated to meeting your automotive needs with quality products and expert service.
Well, a victory tonight for the Orleans Lady Bulldogs, 56-42. The varsity game goes Orleans' way tonight. Unfortunately, the JV game did not go well for the Lady Bulldogs as the Lady Jeep JV goes on to win 31-15, the final score in that one tonight. So the Lady Dogs get the split, JV falling short, varsity picking up the win here tonight. Other scores tonight as Lagodi handles their county rival in Shoals 58-15. Elena Diamond scored 20 to lead the way for Lagodi tonight. Lydia Hawkins ends up scoring 18 for the Lady Lions as they dominate Shoals. That game being played at Shoals, or at Lagodi tonight actually, at Jack Butcher Arena. Also tonight, the Linton girls win at North Central Farmersburg 75-18. And in men's college basketball, Indiana with a 73-63 win over Lindenwood. The IU men are now 5-0 on the season. The women got a nice win, 71-53 against Butler last night up in Bloomington. Take a look at the additional stats tonight. Rebounds, turnovers, and assists for both teams. And the rebounding tonight advantage to the Lady Jeeps, 30-21 on the glass. Among the 30 rebounds that the Lady Jeeps garnered tonight here at home, 10 of those were offensive rebounds. Leading the way tonight, Bella Cummins and Bailey Warner. They both had 6 rebounds in this one tonight. Warner came away with 3 offensive rebounds. Maya Stevens had 5 boards, 4 of those on the offensive glass. Adelie Kolb and Taylor Fisher both with 4 rebounds. Kolb had 2 on the offensive side, Fisher with 1. Also, rebounds tonight go to Lily Geffrich with 2 defensive boards. Same for Camille Betts, who came off the bench there, the freshman center there toward the end. And Katie Kleesner with 1 offensive rebound tonight to round out that category. 30 rebounds, 10 on the offensive glass for the Lady Jeeps here tonight. Meantime, Orleans, 21 rebounds in this game. Leading the way tonight was Chelsea Ralph, who had 5. 1 of those was an offensive board for the Lady Dogs tonight. Kalia Alston collected 4 rebounds, 1 offensive rebound tonight. Also getting rebounds were Elizabeth Mahan and Caitlin Gilstrap. Mahan had 1 offensive board. Gilstrap had 3 offensive rebounds in this win tonight. Haley Dilley, 2 rebounds. Callie Alston, 2 as well. 1 offensive rebound. And Hallie Wolf had 2 defensive rebounds tonight for the Lady Bulldogs, who finished with 7 total offensive rebounds among their 21 total. Turnovers tonight, advantage Orleans in that category. The Lady Jeeps had 9 in the first half, 14 in the second half. Northeast Dubois finishes with 23 turnovers on the night. The Lady Bulldogs had 3 in the first half, just 5 turnovers in the second half, 8 total turnovers tonight. Lady Bulldogs taking care of the basketball after averaging 13.5 turnovers over the first 2 games. And in the assist category, the Lady Jeeps finished with 7 helpers on 14 made shots. Adelie Kalb with 5 assists, and Bella Cummins had 2 tonight. The Lady Bulldogs, 13 assists on 22 made baskets tonight. Kalia Alston finished her night with 7 assists in this one. For Orleans, Hallie Wolf had 3 assists. Haley Dilley, Chelsea Ralph, and Caitlin Gilstrap all come away with 1 assist tonight for the Lady Bulldogs. And the win tonight, 56-42, in a game that had 1 tie and 2 lead changes as well. So that leaves us with 1 more game this week for the Lady Bulldogs. The sectional type schedule will be wrapping it up on Saturday afternoon. We'll be back at the Doghouse for more Orleans girls basketball here on Gold 98.7 WSEZ. The Class A number 17 Bar Reeve Lady Vikings will make the trip to the Doghouse on Saturday for a matchup with the Class A number 5 Lady Bulldogs. Bar Reeve is coming off a highly successful fall sports campaign in which was capped off with a Class 2A state title for the volleyball team as they beat Benton Central in a dramatic state finals matchup in downtown Indianapolis at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. So the Lady Vikings started their season with a 2-point loss to Linton Stockton. That was on Tuesday night. Tonight, they were hosting Evansville Christian. We do not have a final score from that game as it stands right now. Looking for a result there potentially, but not seeing anything there. That game was supposed to be a 7 o'clock varsity start, but we'll see if the Lady Vikings were able to bounce back from that loss. They bring back senior guard Josie Knapp off of a torn ACL. She missed all of last season, and sophomore guard Shelby Dobson will likely be the 2 primary leaders this season for Bar Reeve. The Lady Bulldogs won both meetings last season in Montgomery, including in the sectional semifinal to avenge the loss in the sectional championship game the prior season. It's always a tough matchup when the black and red clad teams get together on the hardwood, and we're expecting this to be a competitive matinee come this weekend. So join us for our broadcast on Saturday afternoon. The JV tip-off scheduled for 11 a.m. from the Doghouse in Orleans, with the varsity game to tip off around 12:30. Our pregame coverage here on Gold 98.7 will be around 12:15 from the Doghouse on the campus of Orleans Senior High School in the town of Orleans. Catch Orleans girls and boys basketball coverage throughout the season here on Gold 98.7 WSEZ. Listen on 98.7 FM, 1560 AM, streaming online at WSEZ987.com. Check out WSEZ, or check out our Facebook page, 98.7 WSEZ, for our broadcast schedules for the high school basketball season. We'll get the boys' schedule posted as soon as possible. And also be sure to listen on your Alexa as well. Just say, Alexa, listen to Gold 98.7 WSEZ. You can also listen to our live stream audio on YouTube at Gold 98.7 WSEZ. Orleans boys basketball debuts in the regular season next Saturday night on Gold 98.7. The Crothersville Tigers will visit the Doghouse to tangle with the defending Class A state champions in a night to commemorate the first state championship in Orleans history. The JV will begin at 6 with the varsity tip-off around 7:30. Dave Dedrick and Bert Pettigo will start the broadcast with pregame coverage around 7:15 next Saturday night on Gold 98.7 WSEZ. So as we close up shop for the night, we would like to thank all of our great sponsors: Orleans Auto Value, Orange County REMC, Orange County Fiber, and Kirby Hardware in Orleans, along with Bender Lumber. Most of all, thanks to you for listening to our Orleans girls basketball broadcast tonight. The Lady Bulldogs get the win on the road, 56-42 here at Northeast Dubois. The Lady Bulldogs have now won 3 of their last 4 here at the Jeep House over the last few seasons. We thank you for listening to our broadcast and for tuning into our post-game coverage this evening. For our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton, I'm David Deaton saying have a great night from the Jeep House on the campus of Northeast Dubois Senior High School here in the town of Dubois. We'll be back with you Saturday afternoon. The Lady Bulldogs hosting Bar Reeve, JV at 11, varsity around 12:30. Our pregame will start around 12:15 from the Doghouse on Saturday. Keep your heads held high, love each other, be a light in your community, and may God bless America. Thanks again for tuning in tonight. You have been listening to coverage of Orleans Lady Bulldogs basketball here on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Thank you for tuning in to Gold 98.7 WSEZ for Orleans.